NaruTalk, the Naruto podcast, is made possible through contributions from listeners like you. To help support the podcast and to earn exclusive rewards, head to www.patreon.com/NaruTalkPod. That's www.patreon.com/NaruTalkPod. Believe it.
Hey everyone, this is Naruto Uzumaki, and you're listening to NaruTalk. Believe it!
Oh man, third week in a row of us being trapped in this elevator.
I'm so tired of this.
I think that it's gotten to a point where it like came around. I was like, man, I love elevators.
Yeah.
I wish I lived in one forever. But it's, when you have to pee,
Yeah.
and you hold it in for a really long time.
I know.
and then from this podcast, you son of a bitch. But no, but you hold it in for a really long time, then it stops, and then it comes back with like a furor. I hate this elevator.
Like a furor. Like
Get me
Hitler.
off this goddamn elevator. I'm so hard to be off this elevator right now.
I would love to be off this elevator.
Yeah.
I'm so hard.
Whoa! The door's open.
What?
Oh my gosh!
Oh.
And we're in between the floor that with Morgan and Katie that we're going to.
Yeah.
But we can't get out.
We're stuck here.
Yeah, but do you hear that? It's
Wait,
footsteps.
what?
Who's coming?
Oh, who could that be?
Is that
What is
Liam and
that? Liam
Raj?
and Raj?
Guys!
Guys, hey!
What are you guys doing in the elevator?
We're here.
We're stuck in this. This elevator, obviously.
Yeah, could you help us?
Yeah. Could you call for help, please?
Someone,
Yeah,
please?
have you guys tried hitting the call for help button?
Oh,
we
there's
didn't
a
have
button in the elevator.
Did we not?
No, we did not try that. We tried to call on our phones and we didn't have signal.
Oh, there's usually
wow.
a button in the elevators.
It did lose power.
It did.
For a decent amount of time.
For a while.
For like a whole episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, did you try before that?
The focus was.
I'm clicking the button.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we tried before that. Hello? Hey.
Hey.
We're stuck in this elevator.
Yeah, it's been 3 weeks.
Yeah. Can you? Yeah, that's been 3 weeks.
Could you help?
Could you come help us?
Has anyone reported us missing?
We haven't received any reports.
Well, this is us reporting. Could you?
We've been missing for 3 weeks.
Yeah. So could you?
Could you please help us?
It'll probably be about an hour and a half.
An hour and a half.
Wow.
That's...
Well, you know what? Even since we're on our way to record an episode of NaruTalk.
Yeah, we are.
Which is our podcast where we usually talk about 2 to 4 episodes of canon-only episodes of Naruto every week in chronological order with 2 people who know Naruto and 2 people who don't. Mm-hmm. But we're not there right now.
Not at all.
And we are with our new co-hosts Morgan and Katie.
Yeah, I mean, we're not that new.
But
it's
actually,
fine.
they're the co-hosts.
They are the co-hosts. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But you know what? And we've had some great times with you guys.
Yeah.
Some great time, fantastic times.
Like really great.
This is so much fun.
And I'm thinking now, since we're just in this elevator and we can't get
Stuck
out
here.
for like an hour and a half to 2 hours, let's why don't we have some memory time and just have a little.
Let's talk about our favorite times.
Let's talk about our favorite times together.
Next to this elevator. And
Yeah.
talk
Yeah.
about-
Let's all sit here and have a little flashback. So you know how they make hand signs when they do jutsu or whatever?
Yeah.
They're like magical little
Yeah.
techniques.
Yes.
Well, there's a scene in one of the episodes where they're training, and Kakashi flies behind Naruto, and he makes like the symbol with the fingers up, you know, and the rest of them folded, and everybody's like, "Oh shit, he's gonna unleash the like craziest fucking jutsu ever," and then he just jams them up Naruto's ass, and he calls it 1,000 years of death.
Oh my god.
And I mean, don't get me wrong, it takes Naruto down.
Yeah, no, it beats him.
Like, I won't lie.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, it's an effective move.
Yeah, it's a powerful jutsu.
Oh, so you can curse on this? I wasn't sure.
Oh, on the podcast?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, we talk about like so much shit.
Okay.
It's so bad.
Did you just notice that now?
Yeah, I just noticed.
He said
and-
fuck at
okay.
least 25 times since we started this.
I wanted to ask, but I
No,
didn't.
we swear we definitely talk about drugs, possibly too much.
Yeah. We
Alright,
endorse like
got it.
we don't endorse, but we talk about cigarette smoking.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Because it's
Emma's
cool.
told me that.
Very cool.
Look, I'm not saying cigarettes are cool. All we're saying is every advertisement and piece of media I've ever seen has told me they look cool.
And they're not wrong.
Well,
Oh my.
who am I? Who am I to argue with big cigarettes? Please sponsor us, Marlboro.
Or anti-smoking if you want to.
Or anti-smoking, yes.
We can lean either way.
What was with the mummy on his back? Like, that was just, it looked like he had just like a dead guy strapped
These
to him.
two are new to us too. We don't know.
Yeah, we have no clue.
Yeah, like these two are new to this episode.
Maybe it's like a big brush.
Maybe it is
That's
a dead
so
guy.
It
Who
seemed
knows?
like it was just a dead guy. Like,
Well,
he
yeah.
just like, killed somebody and was like, let me carry him around on my back for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Like,
That's a power move.
That is about
Killing someone and carrying them around?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, frankly, it's great for your glutes.
It's great for the police so they can catch you.
But, well, you know, you carry around for
But,
breeze,
yeah,
too. I mean, it's gonna start smelling at some point.
That whole eating sequence went on for so long.
The kid eating the
Yes.
chips? Yeah.
Like, so long. The rest
They
of them
wanted
were
you to
just so
know.
respectful and just like calming. He was going hard, and I was like, there's no way there's that much food in that container that you can eat that loudly for that long.
It's a different world.
I just think it's a clever point because they want you to hate it because everyone around him is annoyed. Like the way those other two characters were looking at him, they like wanted him dead.
Well, I want him
yeah.
dead too,
Yeah.
so they succeeded.
Exactly,
I guess.
yeah. It's a good way to push
And
emotion.
it's one of the first times that we're meeting him, so they want you to know this motherfucker's hungry.
Yeah.
He's got to hit Morgan's room for the snacks.
I was okay. So Morgan, she's previously told us that she has a large amount of snacks, and I enter her room obviously, and I was like, Morgan, I hear word around town is on the block. You have a lot of snacks, and I turned around, I turned back. Suddenly, there's 3 full crates of an assortment of snacks, ranging from graham crackers in the shape of bunnies and variety options to Nutella sticks. Hershey's.
3 bins and 2 boxes.
Insane.
No, I
It's a
don't.
lot.
Probably some
2 little
Doritos
boxes,
too.
Because
I
the
have
Nutella's
one-
separate.
What? I have that
Oh
large
wait, that
bin.
was just a box that Liam was wearing as a hat.
Oh, sure.
Never mind.
Yes.
We also have Liam wearing a hat made out of a box. So
Wait.
that's what we're doing.
So, because Morgan now has less bins because she's consolidated and putting the
Yes.
snacks together.
Because yeah,
Right. But you
that's
thought
yeah.
the
but
boxes.
I was thinking that the box.
No,
was
that was
still
a
full
box
of
for my
Nutella.
head.
No, it was not
Yeah,
full of
that
Nutella.
was-
Wait, I'm sorry.
It was full
Liam
of Liam.
said.
Sorry, you thought that I put my head into a box that was full of Nutella?
Yeah, I kind of.
Was it? Do you imagine the Nutella loose inside?
That's a hilarious image.
And
so
I'm just
I hope
dunking
so.
it in.
Again, would you not?
No, I don't want it to get in my hair. I'd go face first.
But then you could have a nice dark brown hair.
Well, I can't argue with that.
Maybe we can do it.
Maybe we should
Yeah.
dye my hair with Nutella. That's not a bad idea. Maybe I should.
And then if you get hungry, you just...
I know it's probably some stupid reason, but like,
Sure.
how is Konohamaru getting hurt by this? He's grabbing him all scarf.
Bro,
He literally was like, ow, stop, it hurts. And I was like,
Like,
that's your scarf,
yeah.
honey. You weigh like 5 pounds. You're like 9.
to be fair, Konohamaru's learning from Naruto, and Naruto's a whiny little bitch. So.
That's fair.
You got me there.
No, but also being lifted up by the scruff of your shit, that's gotta hurt.
It's gotta
No,
annoy
but-
your neck at least.
No, I think
Yeah.
because this dude who's carrying around a dead body all day probably has enough strength to where
Yo,
it's nothing.
This motherfucker's jacked as all
yeah,
hell. Yeah.
his like core must be insane.
And his glutes?
glutes.
Oh.
Oh, my god.
Way to bring back the word glutes.
Welcome.
Ooh, roasted.
I know,
Snap.
for
Oh,
Did
real.
you just
Wow.
snap but not say snap?
Yeah. Well, cause like I don't know. You're right. It's a audio
pod-
medium.
No way.
There's no way anyone could see that.
But I did it for you because you did it right as I
Ready?
said, oh, snap.
Wait, I'm gonna snap again, but
Okay.
silently. You say it.
Snap.
Pretty good.
Why don't you
solid.
just snap with sound?
Because
not the
saying,
same.
but even in this scenario, you'd have to be like, oh, snap. Like this, what? That
Oh yeah,
doesn't-
that's just gonna
it's not the
sound
point.
like
That's true.
some sort
Okay.
of
I
click.
can't wait for the people who zone out at this part and all they hear is doo doo.
Yeah. Like, no, Raj once said that in classical piano concerts, they bang on notes sometimes to wake people up.
That might be true.
It's a good theory. His whole life, he hated his name because nobody ever called him Konohamaru. People called him the honorable grandson, or the grandson of the great third Hokage, you know? And so, but he would also, like, kind of use his privilege when it benefited him.
Oh, so he's like a white guy.
Like a white guy,
Got it.
exactly. So I'm well versed to mansplain this character. This is the moment I've been waiting for my whole. Hold on, let me spread out on this chair. But at least we have chairs now. And we're
I
not,
wish I could see that
yes.
we're all 4 of us squished on 3 chairs.
This
that
is the
we romanced
luxury.
This is amazing. We've came from the gutters.
Yeah.
We made a bench out of 2 chairs, and there's 3 of us
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah.
Oh, we're just saving space all the time.
Yeah.
Eventually, it's gonna be all 4 of us on 1 chair.
Oh, yes.
Well, you gotta do what you gotta
After
do.
clown
frankly.
classes, we'll be
Oh
able-
yeah. So are you just saying that like it's him flexing because that's the hardest place to control your chakra?
Yeah, because they could barely do it.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Got it.
So
Okay,
he's just
that makes
meant
it
to
much
flex.
better because
Yeah.
before I was like, "Oh, is he a bat person? Like, what's going on?"
Truly, if I were to turn around and someone was upside down,
Yeah.
straight up a tree, I'd be impressed.
Yeah,
if
well, no,
anything,
absolutely.
a great amount of fear would be
I
instilled
think
upon
that
me.
is an impressive entrance. Easy.
And they fall down.
Are you a
'cause
bat
gravity
person?
stopped working, so they just crack down.
I was just very convinced he was a bat person. So
Are
I'm
you
disappointed.
disappointed?
He's gonna say, "I'm
Or it was
Bruce
like,
Wayne."
fuck yeah, bats.
I'm actually Batman. So.
Yeah, man.
Liam, I thought there would be bats in these episodes.
I was promised bats. I was not given bats.
Well, you know what? Foreshadowing. Who knows?
If
There
no,
might-
buddy. Okay, breaking kayfabe here for a second, talking about Naruto. There's no bats. What are you talking
Listen.
What if there is?
We gotta keep hope.
about? Oh, right, Raj.
Well, how else are they gonna keep watching?
Yeah, good point.
You're gonna lose
All
me
the-
if there's no bats.
All the bat fans out there, they hear this now and they're like, God damn it!
They're heartbroken.
Heather's story
Unless
about chucking
there's-
a bat across the room.
Unless there's a bat that wants to sponsor us, then there is bats in Naruto.
Oh, yeah, well, wait, what is the story about chucking a bat across the room?
Oh, have you not heard the story?
I
Yeah,
don't think
Heather's
so.
told it a lot of times since we got back.
Can you summarize it quickly?
Yeah, she was asleep and like rolled over, felt something that was fuzzy, chucked it across the room. Turns out it was a bat, and they like cut.
That's
She
horrifying.
really just was asleep and threw a
Yeah,
bat
because there was
across
something
the room.
moving in her bed, and she was like, "Oh, it's
Yeah.
my cousin."
Oh,
Because they were in like a small house, so there was
I'm
only
sorry.
a couple-
There's something moving in my bed. Must be my... Oh, wait. Ladies and gentlemen, Google just came alive. I don't know if you can hear that, but there's a Google Home that just said hello to us. But no, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
That's like
She
yesterday.
grabbed it and squeezed it.
Yeah.
And then she was like,
Chucked
"It's squishy and moving," and she threw it, and it started
Yeah,
flying around the
came
room.
up.
And the lady they were
Alive.
renting the house from was like, "Okay, guys,
Girls,
go leave
is
the
there a
room." And She was
bat?
just chasing the bat around.
But
the
that's
room
like-
with a giant net.
Yeah. Oh my god. Well, so the idea of something just appearing next to your bed is fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
In the bed. In it.
Well, yesterday, so I keep my, like, literally directly next to my pillow
Yeah.
is my desk. And yesterday, I look over, and there's a spider that is, I shit you not, its body was the size of my middle finger. It was, like,
We're not allowed in this room anymore.
no. So it was terrifying. I grabbed a shampoo bottle that had, like, a press squirt thing, right? And I held that like a trigger. But the thing is, I'm not gonna lie, I was not in the clearest state of mind.
Oh my God.
Sure.
As you regularly are.
Well, of course. And it must have taken 40 minutes. I was squaring off with this mother. I was like Sasuke and Gaara up in this shit. I mean, and it kept like moving a little bit, and it would grow when it moved. Like its legs would expand, and he would like waddle around.
I'm believing your story less and less as you
No,
keep
it's
telling
true.
details.
I have some pictures. I'll post them on the Patreon or whatever.
Fucking face
But I had to come over, and I banged down, but he dodged the first blow.
Bro, you're dreaming about Naruto spiders.
No, this is true. And well, look, eventually I killed him, and my roommate has now bought peppermint oil and slathered our entire apartment
Oh my
in it.
Why did you
Jesus
just ask
Does
Christ.
that
me?
get rid of spiders?
Yes.
That's what they say.
Insects
Oh.
don't like peppermint oil, and they also don't
Really?
like they don't like eucalyptus.
I know it sounds made up, but everyone's saying
It's
it.
real.
So
I know this
believe
because
it.
I am a vivid user of all of the essential oils.
Do you see a lot of spiders?
No.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
I can't argue with that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Science.
you're expecting
Morgan's
bats
proved
when you're pushing away.
Yeah, bats also hate peppermint.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting bats in my life, just in Naruto.
Oh, of course.
Understandable. When I saw the Naruto intro, I was like, "There's gonna be a bunch of bats in
Yeah.
this." I know it.
Maybe they hate ramen and spoiled milk.
Ooh, preliminary.
That was perfect. Your ooh covered up the sucking of me sucking on this water bottle.
That was super calculated.
Yeah, that was
Wow.
excellent.
Professionals.
What do you call?
Onomatopoeia.
Timing.
No, what do you call audio work? Foley.
Foley. I'm an excellent Foley.
I mean,
Artist.
I don't know if it was though.
Well, actually, it was distinctly
Because
not.
it
Because we took away a sound effect.
Yeah, it wasn't a produced sound. It was a.
Yeah.
It was a Raj noise.
So it was definitively not.
Raj noise.
That's what it was.
You have to produce Raj noises. That's what Raj does. That's his specialty. Sasuke just constantly is getting impaled by stuff, and people think he's dead. Not like impaled like in the butt.
No, yeah. no pedophile jutsu here,
I don't
but
know if that is called impaling. I think that's called penetration.
Penetration, sure.
Which are two different actions.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I mean,
Oh boy. Well, I don't know.
I'm not gonna
They're
down
definitely
myself.
they're definitely synonyms. Similar, but not the same.
That means
The
not
Okay.
a synonym.
Synonyms
Okay.
mean the
No,
same.
listen.
No.
Okay, make a sentence about penetration.
Okay, I'm not going to do that, but I will explain to you, I will explain to you why they're different.
Uh-huh.
Penetration
Yes.
is the action of entering something,
Okay.
but not leaving it through a different side.
Okay.
Oh, what was the other word?
Impale.
Impale.
Oh,
To
is that
impale
to the
someone,
side?
normally.
It goes to the other side? So then I was actually wrong. Sasuke's not penetrated. No, it's not impaled. He's penetrated. Yes.
Sasuke gets penetrated often.
Yes, so Sasuke gets penetrated multiple times in the woods.
What did I do? Hold on. No, I made it so much better.
Okay. And then we cut away after Sasuke gets penetrated a bunch by this stranger.
Oh my god, I figured out the difference.
Okay.
So penetration is the action or process of making a way through or into something.
Uh-huh.
To impale is to pierce or transfix with a sharp instrument.
So
So
it's
penetration is
Impale.
impaling but softer.
Okay.
sharp. It's dull.
Yeah.
So like if it's a blade, you're being impaled.
Yeah.
If it's a spoon, you're being penetrated.
Huh. Butter knife.
Depends on the
Up
butter
for
knife.
debate?
That's a
Depends on the butter knife.
Butter knife up for debate.
I mean, it is, right?
Send us reader responses. Which side are you on?
Have you been penetrated by a butter knife?
Oh my god.
Send us your story. Tell us your tale.
That is
5-star review.
I hate that so much. Oh my god. I hate everything about that sentence.
You thought about it so much, my head was just like, oh, cross-hatching. And that was really it.
Well,
Like, I
cross-hatching-
noticed it, but I was like,
I mean, that's
Jargon.
fun.
Well, that's because I'm a photographer and I have to force meaning on
Don't
things.
know what cross.
You're a
whatever the
painter
fuck
and you're
that
supposed
was.
to be like,
Don't know what that
this
means.
is a painting.
Yes, famously, painting has no artistic value.
there's no meaning behind it, just this is a painting.
This is a painting.
Wow,
That's all I
that
do.
is a conversation we cannot start right now.
But this is a painting.
it's
The
just
entire VA would kill you right now.
Well, I didn't say there's no meaning to painting, but I'm saying...
you implied it.
I
You have
What's the
a-
implication?
I
What's the
also paint.
implication?
Well, anyone can paint. There's no meaning behind it.
I didn't mean that there's no meaning behind painting. I mean that as a photographer, making meaning in an image of something that already exists can be difficult. And I think painters are incredible because they are so... It's so natural for them to find meaning in things and make beautiful things out of things that aren't there.
Yes.
Nice save, dude.
Nice
Thank
save. Very nice save. Then, in a flash of smoke, the most flamboyant ass motherfucker.
And he was literally just Lee, but with cheekbones.
No,
No, that's the
genuinely,
thing. No, Lee is literally him.
Without
yes,
cheekbones.
without cheekbones.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was very much so like reminiscent of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Because he was like this beautiful man, but somehow like a weird 80s rock star.
Yeah.
Because that's what all of JoJo's is,
He
if you're not
shows up
familiar.
Doing this flamboyant
was
pose.
so
And there's smoke
It's
everywhere.
incredible.
And he's got this massive grin. He goes, "Hey, everybody, how's it going?" So,
I thought I was dreaming.
I mean, I love it, but it's so
His
weird.
voice actor's amazing.
And then Lee's like, "Oh, I'm gonna do my punishment," and he punches him across the room. It's just nonsense.
Oh,
Then he runs over to Lee and starts sobbing, and he's like, "I had to punch you. It's for your own good."
This voice that you're
That's what he
doing-
sounds like, right?
Amazing.
And then Lee starts crying too. He's like, "Oh, I understand, Sensei, of course."
So romantic.
And then they imagine they're on ocean cliffs by a sunset, and there's water, and they're like crying out into the sunset. And Team 7 is just watching, like what the fuck is going on?
Even the turtle was crying.
And then Naruto is like, wow, it's kind of sweet.
Dude, no, that's so sad.
I know.
Dude, everyone else is like, dude, what are you talking about? Naruto doesn't have a fucking man to hug him.
Wouldn't you rather have a sensei like Guy than Kakashi?
Dead ass, bro. Dude, Guy, I'm on the Guy train.
Yeah, for real. I love this motherfucker.
Wait, so the flamboyant guy is named Guy?
Yeah.
I
his name's
missed that
Guy.
and I was very confused.
Yeah. Guy consoles Lee. They're both still crying, and he's like, "Oh, I get it. You're in between being a young man." Yeah. Oh, read it. Can you do the voice?
You're caught between. You're just caught in between. You're too old to be called a boy, and not yet quite a man.
I love it so much. Yeah. He's like, yeah, I fucking get adolescence.
It's only
bro.
a phase.
Yeah. And then he's like, run 100 laps around the practice field. You have to suffer, but don't mess up your hair.
His teeth shine.
It's so good. Like you said, you have to style that motherfucking coconut shit.
Oh my
Takes
god.
work.
Ino roasts Sakura's forehead, which
It.
I know. And even you guys have only seen 3 episodes before this, and already it's established that Sakura is super insecure about her forehead.
Her forehead
Yeah,
isn't even
why?
that big.
I don't. Yeah, it really isn't.
But once you're insecure about something, you
Yes,
know?
I know. You're talking to the queen of having a large forehead.
Sure.
But it's not
I
even
don't
that
think
big.
That's true. Your forehead's not
It's
that
not
big.
that big at
But-
all, and now these
but
people who've never
how
seen
many
you and only
times
know
have
your
I
voice
been-
are picturing you with a giant
It
forehead.
is, but how many people have told me that I have a big forehead? So now I have this preconceived idea that my forehead is massive.
If you do fan art of us, make Morgan's forehead extra small. Just cut out the forehead.
No.
Or just give me
eyebrows
bangs.
and hair.
No.
I have bangs.
I think what people should do is make a drawing of all of us, but to like the king of the hill. Like
Style?
Not like style, but the position where they all stand in front of a fence.
Oh, yeah.
But then make Morgan's forehead big that it goes out of like the frame. It's just
Well,
expanding.
and then she'll see that, and she'll be like, well, I know my forehead's not that big.
I don't think I will say that.
You'll look at it and you'll go, oh, that's why I can't fit into buildings. Then you'll sleep outside.
Just for reference, that's extra funny because I'm tall.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
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 Why did you say that? Like,
Height.
oh yeah.
I don't know. It didn't
Well, that
register.
wasn't a joke.
I needed the reference too.
I didn't know Morgan was tall. I'm learning this for the first time.
Neither did I.
He's only ever seen you in forced perspective. Like, there's always somebody closer to Raj, so he's just like, oh yeah, Morgan's pretty small. He sees you from across the room all the time, and he's like, oh, I'll just carry Morgan out of here. Put her in my
He
pocket.
just doesn't understand the
Raj was
concept.
complaining before the podcast about how kids don't have object permanence. I don't even know what to call it when Raj doesn't have the ability to understand perspective.
depth perception or something.
Perspective perception.
I don't know. I
Pers-
tried.
Oh, I was trying to combine perspective and perception, but that would just be perception, I guess.
Yes, it would.
No, but it could also be
Perspection.
Perspection.
Perspection?
Perspiration. Sweating.
My brain is so
SPF
confused.
300. I don't know.
Yes.
I didn't get it.
Yeah, I think it's like a Japanese thing.
Yeah,
Probably,
it's just
which is
like-
probably why I didn't get
Right,
it.
which is why I went through the trouble of like looking up the name, you know what I
you're
mean?
great at this.
Yeah,
That's so weird.
I can Wikipedia like nobody's business. Wikipedia and thesaurus.com.
Hold on. I like how you just made Wikipedia a verb.
Yeah, Wikipedia is a verb.
Wikipedia has been a
Okay.
verb
Yeah.
since day one.
I don't say I write essays, I say I Wikipedia essays.
What?
You know, like write an essay on this book. All right, Wikipedia's summary, and then
Do you know? Are you
Yeah, but
I
you
think this is
nobody
called
says I
plagiarism.
Wikipedia.
No, it's
an
not
essay.
plagiarism.
I'm starting it right now. Yeah,
Because
it's not
the
plagiarism,
thing
it's-
is, Wikipedia is open source. Anyone can edit it. Who's to say Liam's not editing his own shit?
it's inspiration.
For real.
Yeah.
I use essaytyper.com. You just kind of
Now,
mash keys.
that might be plagiarism.
You just mash keys and it forms sentences. It's insane.
Interesting.
Yeah, that one veers a little closer
You
to
ever
plagiarism.
wanted to write a 400-page essay in 20 seconds just holding on the
Well,
space
that's what
key?
you do if you're on Cool Math Games for Kids in one tab, and then in the other tab you have Instant Essay Writer. So your mom comes in the room and you can smash on a couple
Dude,
keys.
you know, you know the
Really quick,
games.
yeah,
you
it's-
know what we do.
I know how to not do
Shout
homework.
out Cool Math Games.
I didn't almost fail out of high school for nothing. But I did.
There was that one guy that was taking the exam that was like 80.
You noticed that too?
Yes,
Okay,
I did.
I have a bunch of notes on
I
him.
wrote about that guy. So there's a lot of the
Really?
other Genin that like aren't of literally the main 9, the Sand guys, Lee's team, and Kabuto. Everybody else is just a random shitty ass
Yeah.
design. And one of the guys, he sits down right of.
It's like in the front.
Yeah, in the front. So if you're watching along, you'll be able to see him. He's wearing a sweater vest and he has a mustache.
He's like a million
He's
years old.
clearly a middle-aged
Actually,
man.
I think I took a picture of him.
That's
is on
fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh my
Send
gosh,
that to me.
wow.
I'll post it with this episode.
I didn't notice him at all.
Isn't that wacky?
That's crazy.
He definitely has kids, bro.
Oh,
Yeah,
damn.
like he's very old.
He's the ultimate super
He's
senior.
doing this to prove something to his wife.
Oh, he is too. All right, go mustache sweater vest man. I'm kind of rooting for him now.
No, when we get to the later bit, dude, he's just the best. I'm so excited for everyone.
Now I kind of want to cosplay as him.
Let's all go as him.
Mustache sweater vest man.
We can all go as the background Genny and then just have random designs. We can just wear what we wear. People will be like, "Who are you?" And we'll be like, "You fake fucking fan, you fake ass bitch. I'm the guy who cheated 5 times."
And I'm one of his team members.
You know when they say like you go blind and then you can just hear and smell and all that shit better?
Right, so he can't do magic or
Yeah.
mind control.
So just because he can Kamehameha over the fuck,
yeah, he can punch real.
Oh, that
good.
might be like an anime sin. I'm sorry.
Wait,
if he can't,
Hold on. Isn't that from Dragon Ball?
Yeah, I tried to be general, but I realized a lot. I might get Naru Nazi'd or something. So.
What?
Is there a way to say Naru canceled? Naru
Nanceled.
Nanceled.
Naru Nanceled. You just got Naru Nanceled, bitch.
The third Hokage definitely has some old tweets that could
Why
get him
does it
Naru
need to-
Nanceled.
Why does it need to start with an N in order to go? Like NaruTalk starts with a T.
Yeah, but
NaruTalk does not start
But
with
there's a
T.
T
No, but
in
like the
Naruto.
T-
That's
Yeah,
the whole thing.
Oh, it
yeah.
does.
Did you
so
just?
Why did you need to make an N?
I don't know, because there's no C in. Look, Katie, don't start poking holes in things. 30 minutes into the podcast. Come
Nanceled
on.
sounds stupid. Can't do that.
Nanceled
Boruto?
also sounds stupid.
Yeah,
Boruto
Boruto is a dumb name. Half of these names that these people have are dumb. Don't start poking
sorry,
holes in the
sorry.
show.
Kabuto?
Yeah.
It
fuck's
wasn't
a
in the show. It was
Kabuto?
just in what
Wait,
you were saying.
wait.
But okay.
Oh, thanks, Katie. It's just me that's dumb, not the
Yes.
show.
You should do it, but make it a different character.
Yes.
So
Does
you
anyone
do,
have a
like-
C?
Choji.
What if you just get cancelled?
Oh my god, we did it!
That's
gentlemen.
going in the episode description.
Yes.
That might be the title.
It's spelled with a K.
Cancelled.
The gang gets canceled.
Oh, that's
Man, it's the name.
that's
I
phenomenal.
keep doing really great things with that name.
You really do, yes. Oh, wow.
I don't know if you guys noticed this, but while Ibiki's doing his rant, they cut to like his back, and you can clearly see the old man is still there. in the
Yeah,
crowd.
yeah.
He is kicking. He
He
did
made
not
it.
leave.
I know.
Yeah.
He's gonna become a Chunin, bro.
But he's
Middle-aged dad.
gonna become Hokage, bro.
Yeah,
That
straight
guy-
up. No, it's gonna be Naruto's gonna be defeated in the final episode by middle-aged mustache sweater vest man.
Oh my God, I love that.
Middle-aged mustache, sweater vest man.
Yeah, that's his name.
We should make him merch.
Canonically. We should all cosplay
Yes,
as
I
him.
really
Wait,
All
make
four.
like a costume.
Oh my gosh!
nice
Wait,
sweater
one of
vest.
us can be the mustache, one of us can be the sweater vest, one of us can be the spectacles, and one of us can be the headband, and we'll form together like Voltron.
walk around like a totem pole.
I think that'd be pretty good.
That'd be so funny.
It'd be eye grabbing for sure. So, here's our shy little friend NaruTalk Pod. He thought you were cute, but he couldn't say anything. And usually his whole gimmick is that we as a collective friend of NaruTalk Pod
Sure.
watch 2 to 4 episodes of NaruTalk Pod.
Of Naruto. Imagine if there was a NaruTalk pod where they listened to our episodes
Talked about
and then talked about
That'd
it.
be
That's
fucking
terrifying.
insane.
And it just went forever down like an infinite chain.
Okay, but seriously, we watch 2 to 4 episodes of the original Naruto show. We watch it on the dub, not the sub.
True.
And then
Canon only.
Canon only, no filler. That shit is whack, not co-signed by us.
Not co-signed.
And
Or
then
tangent.
we
Little trigonometry.
Udon, I like algebra.
I know, dead ass.
And and then we all strip naked in a room, get down in front of a mic, and Naru talk about it.
Yep, that is actually what's happening.
Well, for all they know. Although Sakura does manage to give it as good as she gets. Like, Ino comes over and she's like, "What's up, billboard brow?" And Sakura's like, "What's up, ugly bitch?"
But that line specifically, billboard brow. Do they
Yeah.
have billboards in that world?
Oh, yeah, I guess
What the
they
fuck
must.
are they advertising?
Ramen,
Ramen.
kunai.
That's such a weird like.
Ramen.
retro future thing.
Yeah.
That's true.
Because in the place where in the time where it should exist, billboards are really a thing. You'd advertise smoke signal shit.
But there's shit like that all over the show, where it's a weird combo of future and past.
Just imagine
smoke signals instead of
advertising, bro. Just you see smoke in the air, it's oh, that ramen shop must slap. God damn.
3 puffs and you're like, this ramen shop, is it good or not? And then a 4th puff and you're like, oh shit, it's fire.
Oh shit, it's fire. You see fire trucks driving by. Oh shit, it's fire. Hey guys, I am the 4th co-host. It's special number 4.
Yeah, lucky number 4.
Lucky number 4, which uses 3 lines to be made.
F-O-U-R. 4 letters in the
4
number
letters.
4. Is that true for all numbers? F-I-V-E. Nope.
No.
Wait, dude, I think 6 might do it.
S-I-X. Damn it. All right, well, obviously, if you put any thought into anything that I say, it's not going to hold up.
If you don't squint hard enough, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
I referenced Kevin James from fucking King of Queens.
Sure.
Dude, he just got just confirmed Paul Blart 3. He's doing it.
Oh my god.
Hardcore. I didn't see Paul Blart 2, but I did see Paul Blart in theaters, which I think maybe several times.
For preference, so if Paul Blart 3 is fantastic, we did that.
We called it.
If it sucked,
not us.
No, not
that
us.
was the bad guys.
Those are the
other Naruto.
Those are the two NaruTalk guys over there.
The 2 other Naruto podcasts that exist out there. And if either of them are listening, I see you, and I swear to God, I'm coming for you.
Oh my.
You guys, the people at home haven't seen it, but they can't see it. But Liam's veins just protruded out so hard, dude, and he just started tensing up like a reptile.
He started vibrating.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, we've talked about one of them before that has a terrible name. Obviously, I'm not going to plug either of them.
Yeah.
But I found another one this week that actually has a pretty decent pun name, and it just,
those fucking bastards and their puns.
Yeah. We are the greatest podcast ever to be all about Naruto. Other things that it is today, it's Area 51 Raid Eve, which is relevant to Naruto.
I forgot.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, right.
That's
But in the original post, they were like, let's all Naruto run to Area 51. So, relevant, and we'll see what happens. I mean, by the time this is out, you will all know what's happened.
To any of our supporters out there, if you go, please rep NaruTalk.
Yeah, really.
Make
Oh my
bootleg
gosh.
merch or
Yeah,
a
if you-
sticker.
Yeah, if you see people Naruto running into Area 51, be
Yeah,
like, excuse me! Listen to Naruto! Listen to... No, you got shot.
Oh,
Never mind.
he exploded.
That'll be the landmines.
Oh no.
Naruto demands the enemy retreat, lest he make her into snakeskin shoes. A good line.
It was so... I was like, oh, snap.
Yeah, I know. Also, weird that they have snakeskin shoes in this universe. Not something that I would have expected in the ninja world.
I don't know. I think I would have.
Well, I know that we say ninja but make it fashion, but I didn't know that they, as ninja, actually made it fashion.
Yes.
I mean, impressive.
The creator, his name was
Masashi Kishimoto.
Kishimoto. He took inspiration from his real life and stuff.
So everything he owns is snakeskin.
I could definitely see him rocking a pair.
He actually rests coiled around a tree.
Yeah, he does. No. Famously, he broke his leg so he could coil around a tree.
Snakeskin just sounds so weird to do because at first I actually know what it was. I thought it was like the shedding.
I'm sorry. Oh, okay.
Oh,
I thought,
yeah,
like,
it's,
I thought it was,
it's in the
very
name.
obvious.
No, I'm just thinking it's more like the shedding, and I thought people used constant snake shedding and made it into like
God,
material.
Disgusting.
And I just thought how crunchy and
It'd be
squishy
so,
that
yeah,
would be to
flaky.
wear.
Yeah.
That's
Crunchy and squishy.
That's disturbing.
Those are
those
very
two
opposites.
things shouldn't be together.
I
Yeah.
mean, maybe in a candy bar, but not in a...
Crunchy and squishy.
I don't know if I'd use the word squishy.
I guess you're right.
Yeah,
Well,
Mike-
melted crunch bar. I've seen you eat more than a few melted crunch bars,
Well, they're
Raj.
just
They're not
super
Or
squishy,
like a
dude.
caramel and like a Twix or something.
Ooh,
That's squishy.
That's actually a good point.
That's just like
Twix are
throw
crunchy
up
and
in your
squishy.
mouth, bro.
You
That's
don't
what
like
that
Twix?
feels. No, I love Twix, but like a melty Twix going down your
But
throat.
even-
No, but the caramel doesn't have to be melty.
Yeah, it's
already
still squishy.
That is true.
Again, I still don't know if I'd use the word squishy.
You wouldn't, but you could.
Yeah, I think
I
that
mean-
specifically for Twix, I think.
I could use lots of words, but I don't think I would.
Yeah. Well, I suppose.
It's not the first word that comes
I
to
think-
mind.
I guess
Using
use the
Twix.
N-word.
Yeah,
but-
Emma would have used
Yes.
that word.
I mean, Twix are just crusty and squishy.
Yeah. I love them, though, man.
Twix are great. Top
I love Twix.
3.
What is the correct way to eat a Twix?
What the fuck does
Oh, you guys eat it weird.
Yeah, I do it like, you know how
Yeah.
with a Kit Kat, sometimes people
fucking maniac.
eat them by
You're
the
lying.
way. I do it with Twix,
You have to
too.
bite the caramel off.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
I-
people?
I tried it because of you
Believe and
guys.
I
It's
do it.
kind of not bad.
Yeah.
It's so good.
And then at the
That's-
end, you just have like a chocolatey cookie.
And it's so
Yeah.
good.
Hannibal definitely did that when he was
Oh
a
yeah,
kid,
no,
too. You
it's
fucking-
definitely an
That's
early
good.
sign of a murderer. But I'm just saying it's how I like to eat
I
my
mean,
Twix.
I am a Scorpio.
Ours, I'm sorry, does that?
What does
Scorpios
that
are like
mean?
notoriously like they're supposed to be like masochists and crazy.
I feel like I hear that.
Even
Why
though
would
they're
you
not
write
the
that?
murderers. The murderers are Gemini,
I'm a Gemini, so.
Virgo,
Two murders.
and
Aquarius?
Maybe it
That's
might be
Raj.
Aquarius.
Three Musketeers.
Yeah, Three
Fuck
Musket
yeah.
Murderers. All we've seen the Hokage do, really at all, is goof off with Naruto.
Dude, he's just watching.
So this is like the
sexy
first
jutsu
time
and
that
shit.
it's
Yeah.
like, oh no, he's the most powerful ninja in the village, and we need his
Yeah.
help. Which is
Wow.
scary.
Dude, imagine being like. Imagine you're just walking down the street and you get mugged and you're like, oh fuck, dude. You can pull out your phone. Obama.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's like. Obama
so
would know
funny.
some badass jutsu.
Dude, I love the idea of watching Obama beat someone's ass. Full suit and all with his voice. Is like, nah, I'm gonna beat like.
You better stand down.
No, dude, just-
Summoning jutsu. Joe Biden appears. Starts going on a rambling racist rant and just puts the enemy to sleep.
Oh my god.
Sorry, I'm not a huge fan of Joe Biden.
Bruh, he's such a handsome guy.
Orochimaru?
Yeah,
He's
this
got.
is Chad.
Yeah,
This is Chad.
he's
Oh
got
my.
nice makeup on and everything.
Yeah.
He's got the purple wings.
And I think now that he has a musical fucking
Yeah,
on
yeah.
his- I thought that's why the bells were there.
For the sound village.
I thought it. I was like pre-hindsight.
Yeah, they all accessorize with little musical. The little furry guy has his xylophone on his back underneath the thing.
So every time they walk, that's their whole gimmick. Every time they like frog
Makes
leap
it
through
makes a
trees,
little
like
sound. Yeah.
it's like
Oh my
crazy.
gosh.
I like the idea that one of the sound ninja of the three probably carries around like a clarinet.
Just jumping through with it.
We have to hunt down Sasuke. Lay me down some flute and a little bit of tuba.
Bring in the drums.
They don't call us the Sound Village for nothing, man.
It would sound like that.
Bust out some smooth jazz.
Just
Oh
slicked
my
up hair,
gosh.
dude. They all look like they're from fucking Greece.
Yeah.
Fucking insane. They're so getting fired.
Oh yeah.
This is like their whole thing was to get them.
Yeah.
You had one job.
One job, guys.
And I had to come in. I had to steal somebody's fucking face to do this.
melted, guys.
I
melted.
bought you new clarinets and everything. You can't do this one
I shined
fucking
your tuba
job.
for you. My tongue, have you seen it?
Have you seen it? Whoa.
Have you felt it?
But that would be crazy. Imagine if the tongue turned into a clarinet.
Or, well, I mean, I imagine you can play a mean reed instrument with a tongue like that.
No, dude, no. He would do string,
could
bro,
be-
all tongue, like a harp, like a harp,
God,
bro.
no.
Like whip, like.
Ew.
Imagine
Ew.
rubbing your tongue against the strings of a stringed instrument.
That'd be crazy.
Yes, that's right.
That shit's all vibration.
That is a horrible thought.
Yeah, that's
Or he could be like a
awful.
great gong player.
Oh,
Just,
but you know what you could
Oh
do?
my God.
Straighten out the tongue like really far and like
Yeah.
really taut. And then, you know when you like pull a rubber band? Yeah, Orochimaru could play the tongue.
It is the string.
Yeah.
That makes me uncomfortable.
Well, it's because you haven't heard it yet. It's beautiful music.
Oh.
the emoji rarus.
Oh, a march.
Orochi,
Can you make a band's name out of Orochimaru?
Orochimaru and the
I don't think I
six
could even
snake.
just say the name normally.
Fair enough.
What's a number that starts with the letter B? Is there a B number anywhere?
11?
Orochimaru.
Wait, actually,
11
Billion?
snake bitches.
Oh, billion.
Billion. I forgot about that. number.
Yeah, me too. Wait, is billion spelled with a billion letters?
No, it'd be
B-I-L-L-I-O-N.
Oh my God.
It's,
Imagine if it was.
I know.
B-I-L-L-L-L-L-L.
Continuing on a billion times.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, a little less because
I
of
mean,
the
I was gonna
I-O-N.
keep going,
I'm
but
so
that's
shit
fine.
at math, but the one thing I like learned to do when we got into like decimals and shit was if a number repeats, you could just put the bar on top.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
That was the one rule I knew. So every time I felt like not so confident in my answer, I would just go put the bar on top. It's like adding a little bit of salt to your
Raj,
burnt meat.
This simply isn't the answer. No, it continues on. It would have
some
been.
point,
I
yeah.
just didn't have the time.
Oh my gosh.
Raj, it's not a decimal. Yeah, the bar it goes back around to
There's
whole
a bunch
numbers.
of.
Guys, the answer was X.
It'll get there. It'll form one.
Eventually, numbers turn into letters. Everyone knows that at a certain point.
it's badass when we see Orochimaru and he's like, here I am, motherfucker.
Is that your snake person voice?
Oh wow.
Dude, why do all snakes sound so maniacally evil?
Yeah, I know.
Like, they're either that or they're really wacky. They're like, I'm a snake, and it's like, and the other one's like,
I'm a snake.
I can't
kill your
I
kids.
think I've talked to less snakes than you.
I've talked to a few, despite only meeting my
you
first
saw
snake.
your first snake when I was with you.
When we visited Allie's hometown, I met my first snake, but he also met the bottom of my shoe because I stepped on him on accident.
Yeah.
He was alive though. I don't think he fell. It was more so like a spring, like he bounced me back up, and I like the second Liam said, "Oh, look, your first snake." I was already like on his ass. So I was like, "What?
Yeah.
Whoop!" And then because Liam and Allie are noticeably less terrified. I don't think they feel fear of a snake that size. I was crying on the inside.
What size was it?
Yeah.
Like
It was like
tiny.
a garden, yeah. But still, it was his first snake.
I was like internally combusting. I didn't want to see this.
I mean,
snake.
snakes are spooky as shit,
They're
especially if you've never seen them.
Yeah, no. The first time I met him, I attacked him.
I mean, the only reference you had was Orochimaru.
Imagine opening the door and you meet like a completely new guy. He just looks like a normal average Joe, and he's like, "Hey," and you go, "Hi," and he just starts beating the shit out of you for no reason.
What is the point of
Yeah,
that?
That's
wait,
why I did that
where
fucking
did that
snake.
come from?
Oh, yes. Oh,
Hi,
it is.
snake. Hey, buddy, how are you? Fine.
Stepped on. Bam.
Start beating the shit out of him.
better.
But yeah, snakes do scare me. I used to ride over them all the time.
I feel
on
so
my bike.
bad.
Yeah.
I
On your
apologize.
bike?
Not on purpose, but like there's a really long bike trail by my house, and
Got it.
snakes just ran across it all the time.
Got it.
Do you apologize and give him a proper
I do,
burial?
yeah. If any snakes are listening,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry
snakes.
for running over your brethren.
We give you proper burials, that is for sure.
The fact that the outro is still that outro for
It's
this.
just-
Yeah.
Thank you for bringing that up. I want to
Why?
say I love the outro now because when it's
I'm still not hooked.
dude, I love when it's like, especially the end of 29, which is Sasuke opening his eyes with the Sharingan, he's ready to fight, and then it fades to black, and then it's fucking Sakura and Nina swaying back and forth.
So
It doesn't-
stupid.
I mean, I guess it is a nice little
so
break.
funny.
But I literally remember watching the end of 29 and my jaw was dropped.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the
And then
outro
it
started
comes out.
and Katie started laughing.
But that's kind of why I love it though, man.
Yeah.
Like when the episodes were more cartoony, it was just like, oh, it's just a shitty outro. But now it's like, what the fuck is that shit?
But I still love the intro so much.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
so
good.
rocking. It's
I mean, I skip it every time, but I believe you.
I do too.
my whole intro bit today. Actually, I'm gonna give some 4D. No, what is it? 4D wall breaking. My whole intro bit. Where I was
Fourth wall breaking.
Fourth
4D
wall.
wall.
4D wall.
I'm still playing 4D chess right now with my own brain. I'm losing.
Yes.
Yeah, so my whole bit was I wasn't going to talk at all. And then when you were going to introduce me, I'd stay silent. And I'd go, oh, sorry. I became a Buddhist monk for a second. And then it just stopped there. But I
Interesting.
realized I was just still talking the whole time.
Yeah.
Because today I did become a Buddhist monk for a hot minute because
I'm excited to hear what he means by this.
So as some viewers may know, and now you will know, I intern at the daycare center at our school here. So I work with children from the ages of 3 to 4, and when we take about an hour and a half to let them play outside at the end to get their like energy out, and it's a little playground. And my whole gimmick now, well, before I was just shooting kids down the slide constantly.
I like how you phrase that.
Shooting them down
Because
the
it's
slide.
literally what it is. They run up there and I like hand on their back, like launch them. Next, go.
Good, it's good for your muscles, you know.
No,
just,
it's a
like,
real
chucking them.
workout. Sometimes
Is
they
that how you get your
huge
Bulging
bulging
biceps.
muscles.
All right.
For those at home, Liam whipped out his dick stroke for a hot minute.
Whoa, okay.
That's you really had to enjoy that
oh my
one.
gosh, no. I do like that you guys talk about that sometimes, though.
But
Yeah.
so
Throwing kids down slides.
but so my whole gimmick now essentially is I become a air quote unquote monster, or today I was a bear.
Oh,
where,
that's cute.
where they like I'm not allowed to run after kids, so I'll just take huge space steps and I'll walk like largely towards them, and I'll just yell uncontrollably, or I'll start screaming, and these kids start running away from me, or like they'll hide in plain sight but think they're really well hidden.
Sure.
My favorite part is some of the kids get really scared, and then they feel true, genuine fear, and they stop and cower, and they're like, I don't want to play anymore. I'm just like, and I rub their hand, I'm like, oh, it's okay, I understand.
Yeah.
I'm not scary.
Aw, that's really sweet, though.
But today I was a bear, and I was chasing. There was no toys allowed because it was raining heavily, so they were only allowed to use the gym equipment that we had to towel down. But no toys, so they all focused on me. They're like, hey, be a bear. And I was like, all right. "Roar, I'm a bear, I'm running after you, like run away." And eventually, from one kid to another who weren't participating at first, but then slowly getting around to it,
right.
they became violent. They became aggressive.
Like bear hunters, their instincts kicked in.
Bear hunters. So they also, I'm not exaggerating, about 8 to 10 kids were holding on to my shirt, pulling me down in the wet sand.
Oh my god.
They were ripping me apart. And then a bunch of the other teacher assistants and interns had to pull kids off of me.
Holy shit, for
That's
real?
where the black eye came from?
No, it gets, and then one kid ran up to me and was like, "Oh, I hate you, bear," and he threw sand all in my shoes, and like cold wet
awful.
sand that I was dealing with, so I was just in pain and uncomfortable. And then this is when it finally happened. All the kids were off me. I finally felt a true moment of bliss.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere. "I hate you, bear." Right in my dick. Absolutely destroyed any sense of life in me.
Oh my god.
I fell to the floor on my knees. I was just in pure agonizing spiraling pain. My vision was blurring. This kid had like a rock in his hand or something. Like a boulder.
Right. He rolled a boulder into your cock.
And I thought to myself, my first instinct is to just fucking scream, maybe hit someone.
Maybe beat up the kid.
And then I remembered, this kid's 3 years old.
Yeah.
So I had to become so peaceful. I had to attain such a level of nirvana that nothing could bother me in this world anymore.
You know, when you started the story, I was like, I don't know, is it Buddhist monk? Like, is it, I wonder what it really, like, did he just see, like, a nice tree and feel peaceful? But no. If you were able to hold in everything after a kid chucked a rock at your dick, I've got to give you that one. That's pretty hardcore.
No, it took me a minute to recover there. And then I got up and I was like, I'm a bear, please stop hurting me. I became like the Smokey the Bear guy. I'm just like, we're friends, please leave us alone.
Please don't burn down my forest.
My room is haunted, right?
Yeah, right.
And some, like, when the lights are off, I just be seeing shit.
Yeah.
And the amount of times I've been in that same position Sakura has been, it's just...
And seen a snake person?
While your friends are unconscious.
No, okay, people don't know this. I'm going to reveal my biggest fear on air right now, and I'm being serious. My biggest fear in the world is reptiles appearing out of, like, water. Like, so imagine taking a shower, right? And suddenly out of nowhere, it's snakes. Or, like, what if you're just peeing and then 6 alligators?
Yeah.
Like, and the thing is, you'll never be ready.
6 alligators?
Well, Raj is from the city, and there's alligators in the sewers in the city.
But 6 alligators coming out of a toilet?
No, but just like, but imagine, okay, what if you're taking a shit, right? And suddenly, I know the doorknob, like, turns, Komodo dragon just walks in.
I thought you meant...
On, like, its back legs, walking like a human.
Yeah, he walks in wearing a suit and it brings a little briefcase.
Just like, hello.
God.
It's a door-to-door Komodo dragon service.
Goes into your bathroom.
Maybe it's just the plumber, but it happens to be a Komodo dragon and you're racist.
Generally, it's one of my biggest fears is just reptiles where they need not be, and then so just seeing
They need not be.
So Orochimaru just standing there, just.
I love the idea of Raj needing to fill out a form that's like, "What's your biggest fear?" And he's like, "Reptiles, where they need nottest be." I love that, man. It's clear that you're being honest because you're speaking like Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Who's there,
Yikes.
Sensei?
Asuma.
Dude, like. What a diss on him.
I know.
Right? He's like my second man in Naruto Storm 3, and that dude's my fucking
man,
homie.
Not everybody can be Kakashi.
That's true.
Even then, though, they were hiding the whole time.
Yeah.
Even no matter how well they were taught, they were like, I know, we'll just hide the whole time.
Yeah, well, they were taught to hide really well. Maybe that was their training exercise, just a lot of hide and seek.
Oh my gosh.
Kakashi does survival exercises, Asuma plays hide and seek. No, he's like, alright, you guys hide, I'll find you later. He fucks off, grabs a cigarette, and just fucking, like, goes downtown, you know?
Fuck.
And then, like, days later, they're like, Asuma, you forgot to find us. And he's like, oh yeah, my bad.
No, he's like, no, you just hit so
A
well.
real ninja is able to hide for weeks at a time.
So they all think they're really good at hiding, but he actually just doesn't give a shit about them.
He'll like actively see them hiding, and he's like, nah, not yet.
Yeah, it's just not gonna do. Like when you play hide and seek with the kids.
Oh yeah, when I play hide and seek with the kids, they deadass just hide in plain
You
sight.
just have to be like, I don't know where you are.
What I'll do is I'll walk them and I'll go, if they are there, they have 5 seconds to run. And then they beam.
Yeah.
It is so funny.
He said that the grass didn't match their environment. So is Sakura carrying around grass?
Don't normal people just carry around a roll of sod?
That's weird, right?
Dude, don't you know this? Her whole gimmick is booby trap.
No, I know.
She's like
where
fucking
would she
Fred.
get grass
No, she's
from?
like Fred from fucking Scooby Doo. Like he always just has
Like,
traps
from
on him.
somewhere else.
But like literally, where did the grass even come from then? You know what I mean?
I'm just thinking about that actually. Fred would be in like a haunted castle, like 17th floor, and be like, I could definitely have a bear trap right now. It's like, where?
What Scooby Doo did you watch coming up?
The original. Like the
where
one
are you?
on
I think-
Boomerang.
Yeah.
That one was fantastic. Then I watched all the movies, like the cyber one.
The movies were like the Scooby Doo. I feel like everybody came up with a different Scooby Doo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So like the original era was like the thing, and then
Yeah.
Mystery Incorporated was like pretty solid.
Yeah.
I also watched the Scrappy Doo show.
Interesting.
Which is
What,
weird.
did you guys watch any Scooby Doo?
I just watched like the original cartoons and then the live actions.
The live action
live
movies
actions,
were
okay.
That first.
I didn't really.
No Scooby Doo at all.
Not really.
I had one VHS of Scooby Doo Where Are You, and I had Scooby Doo Cyber Chase. My parents got me a DVD player for some long road trip, and one movie, and it was Scooby Doo Cyber Chase. So I literally watched it about 60 times.
It's a great movie to watch 60 times. Terrifying. But
Yeah.
speaking of, so like similar to Liam, like a TV show in my house has always been weird. But at one point we lost Boomerang in Cartoon Network, and, I had this weird alternate universe Nick thing or whatever.
Okay.
And instead of Scooby-Doo, my substitute for that was this show called Marvin's Mystery. Or it's some shit like that. And it's about like a trio. It's a brother and sister. They have a mystery like incorporated thing.
I've never even heard of
And they also
this.
have a unthawed caveman. And he's like the beast of the group.
Sorry, an unthawed caveman or a thawed caveman?
What?
Because the way you're describing it, it's a man in a block of ice.
To be fair,
And they're like, oh, caveman, what do we do? And he's just frozen. At best, he would be slowly sliding after them.
to be fair, his whole like it's a very cartoon-looking show. So when he feels since he can't speak or anything to display like him freezing up, he literally would like they animate him in a block of ice or something.
Yeah.
But also, have you heard the show Totally Spies?
A little, I think.
Okay, so that show and Marvin's Mystery are made by the same people.
Martin's Mystery.
Martin's Mystery.
Martin's Mystery.
It's a French-Italian-Canadian animated television.
Très bien.
Dude, no, the French like made my childhood cartoons. Like
Yeah.
Code Lyoko was like the biggest part of my childhood.
It's based on an Italian comic book.
Holy
Interesting.
fuck! But yeah, so Totally Spies and they were made by the
So
same
you
people.
never even read the manga.
No, not that. So I was watching the dub, unfortunately. But they did crossover episodes.
That's always fun.
It's
Like
weird.
Scooby-Doo and John Cena.
Bro, I hate that happened.
Yeah, well.
I know what I said before on a few episodes ago that this is like my least favorite outro. Wrong. That's
You're coming around to it just like me, right?
Not even coming around. I love it.
It's the best
like,
one.
I was listening to it around like campus today.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Dude,
it's
it's
like
great.
the intro, like the first 5 seconds,
Uh-huh.
a little weird, but then it just goes and it is.
Yeah.
So like this second season, fantastic.
I know.
Everything.
And I love the way that these episodes are so dark. I mean, we talked about it last
Very
week.
dark, very.
And then it
scary.
just goes to
got me too.
when Sakura's
Oh,
swaying.
it's so
yeah.
weird.
It's actually a nice visual.
It's really cute. Yeah.
I would love to, dude. Someone should do that for us. If you're an animator out there and you want to do something for free, like, 'cause you don't have money.
I mean, we'll put it everywhere if that
Well,
means anything.
Free
we're
advertisement.
not saying that as in free exposure. We just don't want to pay you.
Right? Yeah. No.
We're being straight up. We're not going to pay
yeah.
you.
No. Straight up. No.
But you know, not even for exposure. I won't show anyone. I'll just watch it.
What?
I won't even watch it. Just make it.
Well,
Fuck you.
I'll put it everywhere.
Yeah.
But
You're
yeah,
sitting with 3 very angry artists right now.
exposure's everything.
Some would say
Yeah.
no one's an artist.
Put me on your Instagram.
What?
Actually, some would say everyone's an artist.
Well, some would
Actually,
say if I meet
guess
the person
some
who
would
say
say
that,
anything. Yeah.
I'd beat their ass.
I would say everyone's an artist.
Oh,
Come
well,
at me, bro. I'll pile drive your ass right here, right now.
You guys
Anyways,
can't see it, but Liam forced the gun he has under the table clutched to my knee.
yeah. Well,
And
that's
by gun, he means his dick.
Keep talking shit, Raj. Keep talking shit.
oh no,
Oh, jeez.
no, not true.
Yes.
He's gonna isolate that part
Are you
too.
gonna-
No, for what? For when I get arrested? Choji uses his super expansion jutsu to transform into a human boulder.
He literally was so mad that they called him fat and then became a giant ball. Like,
Yes.
That was his.
Well, he's just big boned, Katie.
He's a
Okay,
little
but also-
chubby.
He body positive and doesn't appreciate people calling him fat. He literally said,
Yeah,
I'm
Katie.
just a
That's
little
true.
chubby. Like, he knows. He's not like, I'm not fat. He was like, I'm just a little fat.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
God, Katie, why do you
like,
hate
I
fat
just thought
people?
it was funny that that's what they decided. They were like, oh, you know what he would do?
Yeah.
He
Can you make
hates
it-
fat
Giant
people.
Can you make an air horn that says Katie hates fat people?
Not what I meant.
No, but I think that's probably why he's so self-conscious about his body, is that his jutsu specialty is to do with growing his body, you know?
That's true.
So
yeah,
it's
I didn't
like people
know
are
that.
ostensibly making fun of him for his power. So not only is it body positive, he's owning up to like his strongest
Maybe
ability.
that's why he eats all the time. It's because he needs to have all that energy to be a big ball
Yeah,
of.
I mean, I imagine it takes a ton
Yeah.
of energy to be a giant boulder.
Can we make
Interesting.
the next podcast lore for this season that Katie hates fat people like we did Emma is racist?
Yeah.
That's like my favorite bit is that we convinced so many people that Emma is like
And
an
so
absolute
you want to do that
racist.
Katie hates fat people?
Well, she does.
Why?
Well, you do.
Yeah, well, famously she does. Actually, dead ass though, I think Emma actually did hate fat
No, she
people.
really did, and she told us a story about
no,
it.
stop! No! Don't expose Emma. Don't do that. No.
She literally.
She's not here anymore. She's not.
Specifically,
She literally
she
told
hates
us
fat
specific
children.
Stories. Yeah, fat children.
Okay, but
they scare
that's-
her.
Guys,
So
they're just
what we'll do
chubby.
is we'll take that fact about Emma and just put it on Katie.
Why?
Katie, why
I
do you
don't
hate
want
fat people?
that
Why do
part
you
of
hate fat
Emma.
kids, Katie? What
Anyways,
is
so
wrong with
fat
you?
kid Choji, Katie, turns into a human boulder and rolls towards Zaku. Damn it. Zazu. Whatever. Dosu deduces both the limits of the Shadow Possession Jutsu and that anything that happens to the body Ino possesses during her mind transfer jutsu will happen to her real body too.
Which is
Dosu
kind of
deduces.
crazy.
Yeah.
That should be a little mini-series.
Dosu he could start a podcast and that would fit his brand of sound. He could like shoot it out of his gauntlet and it would be
Yeah.
like, "Hi everybody, welcome back to
That's so funny.
He's just talking into his arm.
He'd have to-
Available everywhere you can hear.
I have a theory. Check this
Oh,
out,
boy.
right? No, this is good. Okay, you know how humans kind of like are game breaking to the environment?
Yeah.
I think that humans are a parasitic alien race that like crash landed here, and that's how the dinosaurs died, right? And so, no. And so the reason that we're so obsessed with space travel, even though we don't even know what's in the ocean, is because we're trying to go back home. Or at least to the next planet that we can, like, invade.
Destroy.
Morgan, what are you giving this guy? What is the heroin laced with?
Nothing yet.
No, but isn't that... It makes a little bit of sense, right?
No, I mean, I get it.
You know how
convinced me
they call it the
already.
food, the circle of life, the food like circle or whatever, like the circle of life, like in The Lion King. You know, That's-
Dude, we could tag this podcast on a conspiracy now. That
Yeah,
was like
yeah.
full blown. I
but
love
like
that.
nature should be a circle, right? Like
Yeah,
that makes
yeah,
sense.
yeah.
But we now call it the food chain because we broke the circle.
Well,
we've
no,
just
no.
won
The food
everything.
chain and the circle of life are two different things.
Oh, I thought it was a circle of food
Mm.
too.
No, it's a food chain because you're not going to see an ant eat a lion.
Strong ant.
Anymore. At one point.
I would love to see
With
giant
dinosaurs,
ants eat lions.
giant
I
ants
would love
ate
to see
lions.
giant ants, period.
No,
Yeah,
I
actually,
know. I had this.
That'd be terrifying.
Like, you know how like oxygen levels changed how like sizes of creatures and insects and
Yeah,
shit?
yeah.
Yeah, like back in middle school, the funniest thing to me was the fact that at some point on Earth, we had 6 feet fucking sea
Yeah,
scorpions.
I thought you were gonna say back in middle school the oxygen was so different we had giant ants.
So did I. I'm so afraid.
No, but it's true. Climate change is wreaking
Climate
havoc.
change is real.
On the fucking Naruto Reddit, everybody draws this shitty ass fan art every day, and I'm like, I could draw 1,000 pictures better than this, and they get like 8,000 upvotes, and yet these fucking podcasts, which have amazing art done by Ali Caruso, and all of us being funny as hell all week, every week.
Draw
They-
1,000 pictures better than that, and then like the podcast.
Yeah, I
all
know.
over
No,
it.
because the thing is with the conclusion in Naruto, people need to like, because I say about a lot that this world is driven currently right now by nostalgia. So everybody kind of just wants to feel like. So when people draw shitty shit, it's
Yeah.
not really shitty. They just see it as someone who's starting from like the start of their art career. And a lot of people on the Naruto
I know.
subreddit.
But we're starting from the beginning of our podcast career.
But
Exactly.
we're just already so good, they're like, give them a little time.
No, yeah,
And then when they need
We've
it.
evolved.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
we've glowed
I think
up hella hard.
we should do a sexy calendar. Each of us take 3
Oh my
months
gosh.
and release a fun sexy calendar.
You should not have said that to me because
you wanna
now
do
I'm
it?
going to do
We
it.
could
That'd
do
be
whole
fun, right?
cosplays.
Yeah, we could each cosplay 3 characters,
Okay, but, like-
sexily.
Yeah.
You guys aren't seeing
That
this,
would be
but like,
so much
I don't know.
fun.
Okay.
So just to describe what just happened, Liam was like, "We should make a sexy calendar." So Morgan's face lit up, and then Katie was like, "Oh my god, yeah!" And then Liam's like, "Oh, we should totally do it." And I'm sitting here with total dread. I'm like, "I don't want to do this shit. I don't wanna, what am I gonna do?"
Sexy Sasuke, sexy Lee, sexy Neji. You can have those 3.
Dude, wait, I could do. Oh, dude,
Yeah.
Lee would be great. I used to rock a bowl cut for so long.
Yeah.
But
We'll style it.
dude, no, I got bullied out of having a bowl cut, but not from like other kids, but from my like preachers back in my mosque.
We could straighten Raj's hair.
Oh my god.
I used to have a bowl cut too. My mom gave it to me, but then she'd bully me. She'd cut my hair like a bowl cut, and she'd be like, "Have fun, mushroom little bitch."
Coconut head ass.
I have a bowl cut right now.
What?
If I styled it,
Uh-huh.
I'd have a bowl cut.
Do you want? Are you saying that you want to be sexy Lee?
No.
You could have
No.
Lee.
Oh my god, we have to do one where it's Rock Lee and Big Lee. Because that'd be
Oh, Guy
hilarious.
Oh my gosh,
Sensei?
that'd be
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Sure.
funny.
Dude.
I don't
There's
know.
not enough girls for
Yeah,
me and
Big
Morgan to
Lee.
each
Big
have.
Lee.
Yeah, like I don't think we would
Yeah, there's
have...
not enough girls for me and Morgan to each have 3.
Ino, Sakura,
Tenmari.
Tamari, the chick from the Sound Ninja team,
Oh, absolutely not.
Anko.
Anko, and the
kids.
I really
the little
can-
tiny
I
kids.
and the little
really-
kid. No, not the little kids. Not for our sexy calendar.
I really can only be Sakura because I have pink hair.
Yeah.
For
But
those
be
watching,
you.
If
I
Raj-
have pink hair.
If I know, and it looks badass as hell. They'll see it at the live show.
Ooh,
I
if I
could-
still have pink hair.
I could
because
do
probably-
Shikamaru. I think that's the only one I could. Like,
Oh, yeah, actually, you would
confidently
make
I
a
would
mean
love to do
Shikamaru.
Hinata, but my hair is nothing like that.
Well,
We can make it.
Yeah,
wigs
if,
exist.
if we're all
Yeah,
selling
that's true.
3
I can
characters.
style it.
Yeah, exactly.
That
I
would be
can
fun.
finesse the fuck out of that.
That would be
That's
fun.
what I'm saying. Yeah,
Please.
it'll be great. So look forward to our sexy calendar. I don't have a crush on Sasuke anymore, but last week I did. When he had the curse mark fully out and he walked out and he was like, "Sakura, who did this to you?"
I like
that
a
was
guy with
that was a
tattoos,
lot.
dude.
yeah.
See, that wasn't like a crush. That was like a...
That was just like a half
Yeah.
sex in the that was like a humpy
Have
bump.
sex.
Yeah, sure.
Give me the fuck me eyes.
I know you're like 13, but...
Yeah, well, okay, yeah, true. I didn't think
Yeah,
about that.
you said it out loud.
Never mind.
Dude, that's 2 for 2 on kids on
Reel
Naruto
that
right now.
one.
We're going crazy. Chris Hansen runs in the lounge right now, starts beating our ass. Over the summer,
Yeah.
I pitched an idea to our group chat. No one really gave a shit, but I think it'd be great. Chris Hansen, if you're listening, hear me out. Here's my pitch.
Oh, wait. To be clear, and this is only because I didn't get this at first.
Yes.
Chris Hansen is the host from To Catch a Local Predator.
Okay, yeah, To Catch a Predator
Yeah.
by Dayline
It's
NBC.
like
Oh, Katie.
Yeah. No. It was this thing where like they would like catfish pedophiles, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Got it.
And then when they pull up, Chris Hansen would just walk in and he'd be like, "Let's
what? Why are you here tonight? And they'd be like, "Oh, I'm just meeting a friend."
with condoms, lube."
and
my
wine
gosh.
coolers. Yeah.
But he would just like show them their chat logs and kind of like just
Yeah,
interrogate the
expose
guy.
them.
Yeah, and then the pedophile would be like, "Oh, I want to leave," and he'll be like, "Yeah, go," and then the county police would arrest them. But here's my pitch. He also did a remake. It was called Hansen vs Predator. It was like whatever.
Hansen versus Predator.
Yeah, because Dayline
So
like.
is your pitch Alien versus Hansen?
Well, that's my second pitch if
Yeah,
this
sure.
comes off.
Okay.
But this pitch, essentially, it's to catch a predator. But what happens is when the predator comes in and then you walk in, Chris, what you're going to do is slowly start to massage
Do you want
him.
me to send this to Chris Hansen?
Please do.
Okay.
So you're slowly going to massage him, right? And get really in the shoulders there. You're going to roll up on him.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're going to take off your blazer, your really nice blazer. You're going to kick off your shoes, roll up the sleeves, uncuff, button down a little, keep massaging him, get him real nice, and then just start beating the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Just aggressively. Take a chair, hit him with it.
Actually, when I hear the show
Wow.
Chris Hansen versus Predator,
That's
I
what
want to
that
see it
sounds
fight.
It's the after
Chris
episode. They're like,
Hansen.
so you can either go to jail
Or
you can fight Chris
oh my
Hansen.
god, that's such a good idea. Jail or Octagon, pedophile edition.
There's actually,
That'd be such a good courtroom drama show. Like
Right.
Judge Judy, she's like, well, I sentenced you to 3 years, or we have Chris Hansen in the back.
he's in there pumping iron.
Pedophile's like, I think I'll go to jail.
Chris Hansen turns. You ever play Resident Evil 1?
Sure.
You ever?
Oh, like the
when the first zombie.
yeah, it's like the slow turn.
You see Chris
But
eating
it's
a
Chris Hansen
pedophile
with like
alive.
100-pound eating a pedophile alive.
He has 3 teardrop tattoos that appear in the spotlight.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, yeah, that's a
growls a
really
little.
good pitch,
Yeah,
Raj.
Chris, we should do it.
Yeah.
Get me on the show. We'll produce this.
I'm gonna tweet at him tonight.
Incredible.
Chris, you're not gonna want to miss this
I'll send
episode.
him an email from our business thing. That trio that they killed with the slugs, like 5 minutes in, happened to have the scroll that they needed. Which is,
Fuck
yeah,
yeah.
serendipitous as
Yeah.
hell, dog.
Ooh,
Yeah.
good word.
I know.
Good
Oh,
word.
I love the word serendipitous. And I love
Serendipitous.
Yeah, dude. It's like when like 2 things happen that just like line up, you know?
Like
I would agree.
accent.
For me, when it comes to really nice words, it has to hit all peaks of my mouth. Serendipitous just miss ones in the back.
Okay.
I love the word Guadalajara. That place, I believe it's in Mexico.
Guadalajara?
Yeah, it's a place in Mexico.
That is a good word.
Serendipity.
Serendipity. No, it's still Mexico.
But what I like to do is throw a word like saying a sentence like serendipitous as hell, dog. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
That's
throw
two
it in
levels,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I
Like
think
an
it's so much
SAT
fun.
word, but also you're 11.
Yeah.
Hell,
SAT
dog.
word, but also my actual way of talking, which is like a caveman.
Dude, there's this one kid in 4th grade, and we were all reading fucking nothing at that point, but he learned the word belligerent, and he would
that.
throw it in.
Wow.
At some point, and he became like a party trick for the class. Like our principal would walk by, and he'd be like, hey, dude, say the word. He'd go, belligerent. Principal would light up.
Oh man, that's so dude. Every word that I know because I was like an asshole in 7th grade. And I wrote like poetry, and I learned like crystalline and like acquiesce.
You crystalline SBS piece of shit. Fuck you, go die. Like you can imagine that's all Liam Bully states.
Yeah. No, there was a poem I wrote when I was in 7th grade, and I showed it to my grandfather because I was really proud of it and had a lot of big words. And he was like, "Liam, this seems pretentious as hell. This is bullshit."
Bullshit.
I love grandfathers.
And I was like, "Well,
shout out to all the granddads out there.
hell yeah."
All right, we now have a new scene. This is a live update. We have a ninja bug.
Holy shit! All right, there's a big bug on the
It's a
ceiling.
stink bug.
Yeah, you're supposed to kill those. They're an invasive species.
No, you're not
you're
supposed
not.
to.
You're not supposed to kill
No.
them.
Then they stink.
Yeah, they
They-
make stink and then they call their
They
friends.
attract
Yeah.
friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that what you do?
Yeah,
Okay.
you
Dude, that's a
I used
torture
to catch-
technique.
I used
What
to
the
catch
fuck?
Yeah,
them
that's a
in-
beaky up in this shit.
I used to catch them in glass bottles and let them die.
Yeah, well, no, because, okay,
There's
for
so
anybody
many in this
listening
building.
who's like, oh, you shouldn't kill bugs at all, I love bugs, they're just living their life. Fuck stink bugs, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
bugs are so
They're
invasive.
as hell, they're everywhere, they're killing New York. We live in New York. That's
They're killing
canon
New
now,
York.
right?
13 million dead.
Yeah, no, they're
stink bugs.
They're killing our corn supply. And
No,
we're a big...
13 million corns dead.
Yeah.
Gone.
Corns are people too.
The corns
I really
are
don't
gone.
want this to fall in the middle of the podcast and we all
Come
scream.
here, baby.
That's what I'm thinking. It's like a ninja. He's just walking
Yeah,
on.
oh my god, he is, dude.
Yeah.
This bug, which is climbing on the ceiling, has mastered its chakra control, dude.
Oh my gosh.
It's so
Okay,
powerful.
I'm gonna catch it.
What is...
Live on the podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were just gonna use
Are
your
you
water
gonna
bottle. I
drown
was
a
like,
bug
Morgan, your
live
poor
on
water
podcast?
bottle.
This is exciting. Wait, okay, so I'm gonna give live updates. So this is good audio. Morgan has
Are
an
you gonna
empty
stand on the table
an
with the
empty
microphone?
mug.
Okay.
And
Okay, wait, like, Katie,
she's-
watch out. You're like
Yeah.
right,
Oh,
right
yeah.
under
Morgan
it.
has an empty
don't
mug,
think I am. I think
and
you
she's
under it.
just now putting it up against the stink
Actually, it's
bug.
got water
Drag
in
it a little
it's
bit
not
more.
empty.
Yeah, it's got water
Well,
to drink.
You want to hear
There's
his
a little-
screams.
He's in this, which is
Oh, flick him a little bit.
Yo, wait. Okay, Raj, can you talk to the people?
Okay, so now Liam's getting up. He has a pencil in his hand. Morgan has the cup. Penetrating the bug with a pencil. He hits it. The bug is falling to the cup.
he's in.
He's in.
Wait, cover it. They fly. don't
Covering
they?
it. We are now drowning the bug.
Don't
Yeah.
they fly?
Can you hear his screams?
This is the sound of the bug.
I'm drowning.
This is against the
All right, we
Geneva
got stink
Convention.
bug.
Wow.
Except I really need to read
Oh
that.
my god, that is good content.
Wow.
I feel so powerful.
Yeah, that was amazing. That was
shit.
we just like fought a sound ninja.
I know what to do.
We'll give
Oh
you-
my god!
He's risen from the cup. He's fighting back.
Cover the cup. Cover
Don't throw
Yes,
sanitizer.
poison it. Poison the water.
This is definitely against the Geneva Convention.
Liam, do you need all this stuff?
What?
These things?
I mean, yeah, that's where I keep our microphone.
Oh my god.
Okay, he's under the tea bag.
Oh my god.
Just we gotta cover
We're
this.
committing murder.
Yeah, cover the top.
Insecticide. Oh my god.
He's under the tea bag.
Do we think he's stronger than the piece of paper?
No,
we just
definitely.
I think
under
so.
a tea bag.
Dude, he
Oh,
mastered
stop.
his chakra, bro.
Yeah, I
But
know.
I'm just wait, can it not be so close to
He
me?
might hit and
Yeah,
lotus
it's a
our
table.
ass,
No,
bro.
I'll watch it.
Okay, so yes.
Oh my god. We'll give you a live update when it ends,
Bug-
letting you know how he
Yes,
does.
the bug has been captured.
No
Eventually-
bugs were harmed in the making of this
No,
podcast.
no,
Shit.
fuck stink bugs.
No,
Stink bugs were
eventually,
harmed.
all
Fuck
you
stink bugs. That's the official stance. Is that okay with everybody?
Yeah.
The official-
Yes,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, fuck stink bugs,
They
dude.
they torment me. They're even worse upstate.
Yeah. Oh my god! We're talking about Shino! And a bug just showed up!
Wow.
Shino's whole gimmick is bugs! Guys, that's serendipitous.
Serendipity.
Yo.
Circle of food, man. That's how it works.
Circle of food!
Chain of life.
I wonder if that, like, remember when you called out those two other Naruto podcasts?
Yes.
They sent a stink bug?
a stink bug, yeah.
They're trying to get our jokes and gimmicks.
Well,
We're coming
we
for you,
caught
bitch.
Yeah.
What's our
Don't
What's our
fuck
local
with us.
bug here? What do we usually deal with? Like centipedes?
Yo,
I'll send you centipedes, you
like,
piece of
like
shit.
at this school, we do.
Stink bugs.
Yes,
Stink
stink
bugs
bugs.
are
Well, that's because we're being attacked. We're being
Yeah,
targeted.
but also
clearly.
like we have big ass spiders on this
Oh,
campus.
also bees.
So many bees.
I didn't mean to say it like the card, but I did.
That's good. But actually, recently around campus, someone's been placing just really bright red apples in places, and all the bees and wasps just pour that shit out.
Yeah.
Also,
Interesting.
dead birds.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
So many. It's so
actually-
sad.
And so the other Naruto podcasts out there, expect your PO box to be filled with bugs and animal carcasses.
And bees.
And bees.
Speaking of huge spiders, recently for money,
Yeah. Oh yeah, you did a psych experiment.
I did a psych experiment where I had to interact with a spider, so I had to do it twice. One time they just made me go in, they tracked my fear levels at every step. It was casual, like it was a huge spider around the size of my hand, and my hand's pretty big.
Was it real?
Yeah, humongous
shit.
tarantula.
I want to do that
And-
so bad.
Crazy.
And they start off slow. They go, put your hand on the side of the cage. Put your hand above it in the cage.
Yeah.
Put your face in the cage. Put your face and hand while I shoot it with
right.
water.
I do consider all of this just a quick sidebar. I do consider all of this Naruto themed because we
Bugs.
are talking about Shino.
Yes.
And Shino is all about bugs.
Bug bully.
Dogs and bugs are all on the table right now. Yeah.
But then I came back recently because they divided it for some reason. I was getting paid 15 in total, but they gave me 5 for the first part and 10 for the second. So I realized why is because when I sat down, she's just going, "Hey, welcome back. So we're just gonna brief in a few things, blah blah blah." And then as she's doing this, she's just cracking open a pill bottle, and I was like, "What the fuck's happening? Is she about to take an Advil right now?" No, she hands me a pill, and she gives me a piece of paper, and she's like, "You're gonna take this and go fuck with that spider."
They gave this motherfucker Xannies and made him fight a tarantula.
That's crazy.
It was insane.
Wow.
I'm sorry. For $10?
$10.
What?
Wait, to rephrase that, for $10.
For $10, I took a pill
Is
and
that
went to-
legal?
That's a movie ticket, so...
Like, did
Well-
you sign like a waiver where they were like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
no,
by
I
the
did.
way, we're gonna give you drugs
And spiders.
and a spider."
I didn't know about the drugs, but
Drugs and a spider
That's
sounds like a bad
crazy.
night.
I went in there and I don't know. I didn't know if the pill was working or anything, but
Yeah.
I was just. I don't know. I think
Because it tripped for about 40 minutes.
It's weird because the thing is that's my 4th time doing this experiment, so I'm just so naturally calm. I know what's happening.
Right,
so when
right.
they're asking me on my fear level from 1 to 10, will I like do the thing? I'll be like, oh, I'm at like a 2 right now. I'll grab that spider. I don't give a shit.
I just pictured Raj being like, "I'm at a fucking 1. What are you gonna do?"
No, yeah, but for the sake of her experiment, I would be like 2, 3. And
Right,
then
right.
even when at the last step they make you want to pet the spider, but they never do. They just want you to believe it. So I was like, because even though I know they're not gonna make me touch the spider.
Right.
What if this is my first time doing the pill? What if on the pill they make me fucking touch the spider?
Yeah, what if they make you... Oh, I thought you were going to say, what if they make you fuck this spider?
What if I have to fuck this spider?
Wow.
That's not treating your dick right.
What if the pill makes him, like, able to fuck spiders? Like Spider-Man, but that's his power.
Like the spider. Okay.
What?
Bit by a radioactive spider, Peter Parker can now fuck spiders.
Man
Oh
arrested
my.
for fucking 6
That wasn't-
spiders.
that wasn't-
Peter
Wow.
Parker on death row.
Was that a cutscene?
It's into this. It's one of the Spider-Man and Into the Spider-Verse.
Into the spider.
Spider-Man into the spider.
Morgan!
Oh, again, that's a gold star.
That
If
was
any,
incredible.
dude, actually, there's a bunch of friends at home of mine. What a
Mary Jane is like, honey, you just hit the jackpot, and he has a tarantula in his hand. He's like, oh, I already did.
But back at home, my friends.
He's having sex with a tarantula.
Yes. So my friend, like a pastime of ours, because we would just go to a house and do nothing. We like literally would just sit there, do nothing.
Yeah.
They eventually, once they started getting into porn, they would show us the funniest porn they could find.
Yeah.
And there's a company called Wood Rocket who makes like all the wacky like branded porn, like
Right,
Guardians
right.
of the Galaxy. It's called Nardians of the Galaxy, or like the Ass Avengers.
I just want to say, like, right now, a Rio Radio that we watch is gonna be Naruto hentai.
Oh,
is
definitely.
that like cool
yeah.
with everyone?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Like,
That's
the
an experience
Naruto
everyone should
hentai
have.
subreddit has more people in it than the Naruto subreddit.
It's powerful.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
When you look up Naruto on Reddit, the first recommendation is hentai.
That's like really true.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But
Yeah,
anyway,
sorry.
Wood Rocket, if you're listening for some odd reason, if you want to make a Naruto and then like a tarantula person and then like
Yeah.
it would be like a Spider-Man guy, but he's wearing like a headband, like
That
a call back to us.
Fills everything out.
Yeah. So if you want to get us on that, we'll produce it. We'll put our name on it. I'll be a tarantula.
Yeah.
Katie, putting you on the spot. So we decorated for Halloween September 1st.
Yes.
And we have
Power
We
move.
did.
we have giant spiders.
Oh,
in our room.
no.
Let's have sex
Can
with
we?
the
No.
spiders. No, literally, this is what I think. I think everyone you'll meet. Oh my God! The bug is back. He's fought through the paper.
Oh my god.
You're pissing him off, man.
I'm hitting you down. Guys, we gotta cover this cup.
We gotta
put the
kill
paper
him,
in the
man. We
cup.
gotta just end him.
He's stronger than paper. That's established. Does anyone have a
Get
book?
scissors. Get scissors.
Raj, that was an amazing
He's
rock.
coming back up.
Yeah, I know. We have to fight him.
Guys,
Okay, what if he shoots a stink at us? We really gotta just do something.
Hey,
I kind of have to pee. I can run to our room and
I
get
can't
something.
keep knocking him down.
Go.
All right, guys, we're gonna take a
Take
quick
it.
break while we deal with this
Dump it.
bug.
Should I do that?
Wait.
take it and dump it.
Quick, wait.
In,
Okay,
like, the
ready?
toilet or
Ready,
something?
guys.
Wait, I really don't want to.
You gotta be
Quick
ready.
break.
Gotta be ready.
Wait,
guys.
wait. I just
Everybody
clean
shut
edit.
up.
Clean edit. Quick break while we deal with this bug. Okay. Wow. So the bug's dead.
Crazy story.
Or at least
Actually,
no. Yeah, it's not
probably
dead.
not
It's out the window.
Bugs
Yeah.
don't take fall damage, do they?
I don't think they do. But
They also fly.
the point is, he's no longer in the room. So that distraction.
Yeah, we
is
just gave
gone.
them. We just gave him like a whole Sasuke's brother,
Yeah,
predicament. So he's gonna come back with a rage.
Yeah. No, he's gonna get a curse mark and come back filled with vengeance.
With a snake, he'll be riding a snake.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
no.
yeah, we'll deal with that next episode, and we'll pile drive him out the window.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
When
Dave
last?
Mata, that's for you.
Yeah. We Dave Mata, come protect us with your wrestling skills.
Do you think Akamaru could walk upside down a tree?
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
That's a.
Yeah.
Somebody
Yeah.
please draw that. That just
Akamaru's
sounds hilarious. in
stronger
my
than a
head.
stink bug.
Oh,
any
for
day.
sure. We couldn't drown Akamaru.
Yeah, no.
Well, we also couldn't drown the stink bug.
That's actually
That's
true.
true.
We lose. Canonically, all four of us lose in a fight to a stink bug. I would like to see that drawing.
I'd like to get him against
would
Chris
be
Hansen. Chris
incredible.
Hansen versus Stink Bug, bro.
Yeah, in the octagon. I'll cancel that stink bug.
That Stink Bug is indeed a pedophile.
Yeah. Stink bug, why did you come here tonight?
Holy, just silence. Like farts a little. The smell of blood's weird. It's all like it's
metal.
rusty
Yeah,
iron.
But
yeah.
It's metal, but also gross.
It is.
If you're anemic, does your blood not smell like metal? Because it's an
Interesting.
iron
What's that,
deficiency.
Scally?
Oh.
Yeah.
I think
She's a thin blood.
Thin blood. What a great derogatory term for anemic. So like, imagine a world where like race and class and nation, it all went away. It was just the thin bloods and the thick bloods.
I think that's
Immediately thought Harry
problematic
Potter.
because there's already a gang called Bloods.
Yeah, I think.
Well,
So
the
now
thin
you're just-
bloods. What about like?
But
like,
now
not
you're
fully in
just
the group?
being derogatory towards their bodies.
but I think that all other gang beef would dissipate. You know?
It would just be skinny people and fat people.
Oh no! It's
That's what
not.
that was.
It's not skinny and fat. It's
That was the joke.
oh.
Like
Yeah,
thin
no, it's-
bloods and
No, I
thick
think
bloods.
there'd be
Oh, not with a
more
C.
gang warfare. Because how would you, unless like, because what if then? Because at that point, if you're anemic, you have to hide it a secret. So
No, you everybody starts repping blood type testing kits or like iron testing kits.
what's your
It's
blood
like, yeah,
type,
yeah.
homie? Rep,
It's like,
rep your
bro,
blood type.
bro, you trying to throw hands? Yo, let me do a quick iron test on your ass. Let me
my
see if you're a thin
gosh.
blood or a thick blood. Yeah.
Give me your finger. Let me tap your
You
shit.
just punch them and see how fast they bruise.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
There'd be more violence.
Oh yeah, maybe.
People are shooting each
Still,
other?
good idea for a young adult fan like a fiction like a Hunger Games kind of situation. Thin bloods and thick
yeah.
bloods.
Dude, everyone does like a Hunger Games. There's like it's Hunger Games, and they did
Divergent.
Maze Runner,
Yeah.
all that shit.
You know.
just
them.
like
those books.
selectively
Those
taking
books.
people out for several reasons. Thin
Yeah.
blood, thick blood, get on it. Somebody
Yeah.
throw us in there. Make us die. Or something.
You're if you're a creative writing person out there, Nina Kelly, our patron.
Dude, you keep adding Nina every episode. I love it.
I try and
Look at
shout out the
that.
high tier patrons, man.
No, but it's like specifically, it's like we'll mention a writing project.
Oh, yeah.
Anyone out there, Nina?
Because Nina's a
please.
Hey,
writer.
Nina, here's some homework from NaruTalk.
But yeah, no, that
We
idea.
love you, Nina.
That
You're
idea's
the
like-
best.
Yeah.
This is like the worst way to die.
Yeah.
I just hate
Yeah.
sand so
So
much.
Gara,
He's such that bitch.
it's the sand in your shoes, bro.
Dude, oh, there's still sand in
Yeah,
my shoes.
Raj just always has sand in his shoes.
Ew.
I started wearing slides to the daycare. Today there was all rain and gross shit, and I still wore slides because I can't handle it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the worst.
there's still sand
That
in my
sounds
shoes.
awful.
So imagine, oh my god, imagine if Gara went to your daycare.
One of those kids
Sand
grows up to be
jutsu,
Gara.
sand in your shoes.
Gara No, you have to friendship. Use your words. That's literally what I
down
do.
the slide.
Today, a lot of kids were fighting a lot, and the thing I had to scream the most was, use your words, not your hands. Use your words. And like, I didn't realize it, but I treat these kids as if they were like, they understand conversation. So when I say don't use your hands, they like stop like using their hands.
And you just start kicking each other?
Yeah. One kid got headbutted today.
Oh my gosh.
That's pretty good.
I didn't know what to do. The teacher looked so shocked.
Yeah.
No one expected a headbutt.
Yeah.
He looked at me to the side. He's like, Raj, no kid has ever headbutted a kid in my 15 years of working.
The kid pulls you over. He's like, hey, Raj, thanks for that tip. My punches weren't effective.
Oh my gosh.
I'm training to fight Chris Hansen in the octagon.
Oh my
Thanks,
gosh.
Raj. I got my first evaluation at the daycare center.
Oh.
At first, I didn't know I was getting evaluated.
Yeah.
So he handed to me. He's like, Raj, you're fantastic. You're just so good.
That's great.
And I have all these like it's 1 out of 5, 5 being the best, and I have like 5s and 4s, so I'm just chilling. But today it was nap time when I went in, and there's this one little shithead who just will not go to sleep. He is just the most annoying kid. He will
I love
not
that you're
sleep.
enemies with these children.
But it was this thing where he had the blanket over him and he kicked it off. And what he did is I was watching from a distance, like a hawk.
Sure.
A predator-prey type situation. Not predator in that way.
Right.
Oh,
Not like
Stay away, Chris.
Yeah,
Leave me alone.
Yeah.
But he took the blanket and he went to his cubby and he just threw the blanket over something, and then he kind of just like one of the teachers was like, "Hey, sit back down." So he just does like a weird cartoony flop into the cot. So I go there. I'm just like, I wonder what he's hiding, you know? So I slowly unveil the blanket. It's just a pile of rocks, but clearly,
Yeah, you're sleeping rocks, sure.
clearly it meant something to him. And the way you get these kids to sleep, I've learned, is that you just gotta threaten them. So this kid,
I'll take away your rocks.
No. So he's an absolute piece of shit. Most annoying. He's so aggressive and he
Sure,
uses his hands totally. So next time he acts up like a viper, slithering through the grass.
Yes.
I slide up on him. He punches me in the face. I eat it.
Well,
I don't care.
okay,
I whisper
naturally.
in his ears, "Hey, buddy, I found the rocks.
I know your secret.
If you don't go to sleep, you're not gonna have those rocks anymore." Instantly went to sleep.
That's so good. Yeah, man, I wouldn't want to lose my rock pile
I'm
either.
still stuck on, he punched me in the face. I ate it. Didn't care.
Yeah,
I just couldn't.
I mean,
care
a kid
anymore.
threw a stone at his dick the other week. Like,
Yeah.
I think at this point, Raj is like fucking.
I'm unstoppable with
Yeah,
this.
you would be a
invincible.
Chunin in a moment.
They just keep making you stronger.
No, truly they are. I feed off their energy. In the outline, did you describe us as 2 weebs and them 2 as 2 normies?
Yes. Is this your first time looking at the outline?
Yes.
What the fuck? There's all sorts of little Easter eggs in the outline. And
The outline is the best.
yeah, if you that's one of the Patreon tiers. It's like the $25 one because I was just I couldn't think of, like I was trying to get just whatever you want, you can have it.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll share the outline with you, like whatever.
No, you can
Sometimes
come
I write
beat
stuff.
my ass.
Yeah, pretty. You can. What could I give them for $25?
My feet pics.
Okay, yeah, feet pics.
For 25, no, Morgan, don't value yourself that low. You can get 75 easy.
All right, Morgan's feet pics. I'll give you my feet pics I'll give you my feet pics for $2. Just ask me this one. But
I'm a classy bitch. I want 200. That's all I'm saying.
that's
I
not
mean,
a tier.
Raj,
It's just that's
alright.
not a tier on our Patreon.
We can make it a tier.
Raj, you got pretty nice feet.
I do.
All right,
I
okay.
shave my feet,
You know what?
guys.
Do you really?
I do.
Wow.
Interesting.
All
You
right,
know something
yeah.
absolutely crazy? So do I.
Wow.
Dude, up top.
All right, so these two, Morgan and Raj, have the premium feet pics. Katie, do you mind if I put you at like $100 here? Do you mind? I'll also go on the $100 tier. I just so that we can you get these feet pics on this side of the circular table for $100. These are premium feet pics.
Oh, I was just gonna make a bad joke.
Was it about feet?
Well, no, it's because both of you are like, well, Katie's kind of blonde and you're really blonde.
Yeah.
And I'm
Nazis.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's the Nazi feet. They're
Oh
worthless.
my gosh.
Imagine the Chunin who got assigned to Greek Gara's group. Like, just how, like, sad that would have been.
Yeah,
He
seriously.
just, like, pulls up and he's just like,
Do you think it's all-
great, it's you guys.
I know. Do you think it's all leaf tuning? Probably,
Oh,
right? 'Cause
yeah,
they're-
if it happens in Leaf Village.
Yeah,
like-
yeah.
And, you know, they have enough background art characters to just do
Yeah,
something.
that would be awkward.
Very.
With Gara, he'd be like, "I can smell your blood," and you'd be
my
like,
God.
Like,
the
you passed.
poem on the wall means you have to use your brain."
It's about friendship.
I don't have any friends.
Well, you got family.
I don't even think of you as my brother.
Christ.
Yeah, he's obnoxious.
I would love that side story of Konkuro and Tenmari just like, how do we solve a friendship puzzle? They do their own thing. Gar's just like killing squirrels.
Yeah, they're trying to get Gar to feel empathy, and he just like won't listen to them. You know.
No. Don't want to hear it.
We'll take away your
Sand
rocks,
in the ear
Gar.
jutsu.
Sand in the ear jutsu. There are several times in these episodes, actually, I think I marked it down, but someone will explain something to him, and he'll go, "Yes, I get it," and he just clearly doesn't.
I just wish people were more like Sasuke. He's like, I don't know any of this.
Yeah.
Pure confidence.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. It's not about knowing. It's just about being confident.
Yeah, as long as you look like you think you know it.
That's why Sasuke's got all that sex appeal.
Fake it till you make it.
Fake it till you make it. Yeah,
Exactly.
I pay for those feet.
I don't know
pics.
anything about Naruto.
Lie.
Truthfully. I don't watch these episodes.
Well, we play Storm 3. That's
I don't even play Storm 3. That's my body double.
Well, that's just
a shadow clone.
Raj,
That's my body double.
now I'm thinking, what if Raj actually does have a body double?
I could.
It's not impossible.
Ooh, it's that tall guy that looks exactly like Raj, but emo-er.
Whoa, I don't even know if I know who you're talking
Yeah,
about.
who are you?
Is there?
Oh,
but
wait.
there are doppelgangers all over this campus.
I actually know who you're talking about. That dude's a piece of shit. I would never want him to be my body double. No, because he's a crowd killer. We went to a concert with him, and he was like, you know when you mosh and everyone's just jumping and pushing?
That's the guy?
Yeah. He just does, like, barrel kicks into people, and he, like, flies into
He's
flips.
fucking huge.
Insane, right? And he's like, yeah, bro, this is crazy.
Apparently, he was bragging about it too.
Yeah,
He's like at least like 6'3" or 4.
Yeah.
He bragged about it, and he's like, dude, watch me do this barrel kick. And he took his sweet man, he just, like, bent him downward. He's like, bro, do this. And his sweet man looked
like
so
Bane
terrified.
from Batman.
Literally. And then he's like, watch this. And he did a whole ass kick over him, and then nobody clapped or anything.
Yeah, of course not. Fuck
What?
that
I
guy.
fucking hate that guy. He's a
Yeah.
maniac.
That's terrifying.
If you listen to this
I've
podcast,
only-
I hate you. I'll barrel kick your ass.
Oh my god.
Unless you give to our Patreon.
Unless you pay, then you can beat my ass.
Yeah.
I won't fight back at that point.
Wow.
If you pay, I won't fight back. If you do like a $2 tier, I might throw like a punch or something. But if you do 10, I won't fight back.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We can't fight.
That goes for anyone, by the way. Anything above 2, you can beat my ass, and I will not fight back.
Yeah. I think that's
Dave
fair.
Mott, I'm looking towards you. I'm trying
Well,
to get coastline
look,
by you and all 4 of your
We
kids.
all know we couldn't fight Dave Mata.
Oh my god.
Oh, no, it wouldn't be a fight. It'd be a massacre. He'd kill me.
Well, he's a wrestler.
No, he would beat me to a pulp.
Yeah, absolutely.
Him and his 4 kids. I don't doubt his 4 kids wouldn't beat my ass.
I'm Dave Mata, and he'd go like,
Dude, Dave would have such an amazing like wrestling intro with him and his 4 kids posted up.
yeah. Just people passing by. I don't know. Was that too loud?
Rough
I've just explained it, so I guess I won't cut it out.
No, I think that's funny.
Yeah. We record in a school, so like.
You've just never done that before? For everyone listening, normally anytime somebody walks by and like screams or just says something stupid,
Yeah.
and he was like, okay, hold for a second. But
Yeah,
that
yeah.
time he was just like, what?
Yeah, I was like, because I liked Raj's
People
story.
die.
Yeah. Well, because usually it's like me reading the outline when there's people, and I'll just go to the last sentence. But like, I liked Raj's story, and I was confused.
It's really funny.
You just thought I had several voices echoing from you.
Yeah, I mean, it was
Just my body
It was
double
the
crowd.
voice of Dave Mata coming.
They got 4 kids, bro. Post it up. They're waiting for us to leave so they can beat our ass off campus.
Oh my gosh.
No, he's a gentle.
No, you're an
giant.
absolute angel.
Yeah,
Dave.
yeah. They cut to 10-10, and she's like, if it was a competition between looks, Kakashi would have Guy beaten no seconds flat.
Which is bullshit. Guys way harder.
Well, and then Lee is like, no, Guy Sensei is sexy as fuck. I love him.
I would suck his dick.
And
Leave her dick.
but yeah, and then Lee goes on like a flashback of everything he did in the forest. He's like, oh, I made Guy so proud of. Oh, it is weird.
It looks weird.
I love it.
You know-
Dude, I love the relationship between Lee and Guy
Look,
so
so
much.
do I,
It's
but it
incredible,
treads a
but
very
weird.
fine line.
Hanson's always waiting in the
Yeah.
corner.
It's you know.
Whoa!
You know how Orochimaru stole like the grass Genin's face and stuff? Chris Hansen is definitely one of the Chunin in disguise, and he's like, all right, a couple of these relationships I'm just gonna keep an eye on.
Imagine the fact that Orochimaru was definitely just stealing someone's face. Why did no one question that?
Yeah.
Has he been undercover this entire time
Yeah,
playing the
that's-
long game?
Also, they can do transformation jutsu. Why didn't he just kill the grass Genin and transform?
Well, it wouldn't send he's a dramatic guy. He's a theater major.
Actually,
you know?
yeah,
he
I
has
think
to
you're
send a
right.
message. That sends more of an ominous message than melting someone's face
Okay,
off and then
but
wearing it.
Orochimaru was
That is
definitely
true.
a theater major.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if he were to be like a
Yeah, he's always
If
standing
he were
around
a
going
college
like,
student.
ooh, that Uchiha blood.
It's like, bro, we're at D Hall right now.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I just want to eat my food.
Oh yeah, I'm really just trying to eat this chicken nugget.
All right, new live update. the other Naruto podcast sent another.
You're kidding me.
stink bug.
Son of a. There's
Wait.
2!
Oh,
Wait, where's the second one?
It's over there.
Okay.
God.
Wait.
Oh, there's 3!
Okay, hang
Fuck,
on.
we're
Hang
surrounded.
on. We're not doing this again, folks. I'm gonna pause. There's stink bugs back in the room.
I don't have anything to put.
there was one on my jacket.
Okay,
Oh
just
my
really quick. Where last we left off, Kurenai notices that Akamaru is spooked by the Sand siblings. Kiba thinks about that, and Hinata is really excited to see that Naruto passed because she loves him. Okay?
Yay.
Yeah, I know. Hinata's great. We're gonna deal with these stink bugs, and you won't notice, but we'll be right back. So yes, Hinata is. We're back. We defeated the stink bugs.
Yeah, we
Sorry.
became exterminators for like a year and a half.
Yeah. Weird that I started the main thought and then got distracted by like what we were doing. But yeah, we won that ninja battle. Not live this time.
Not
but
live.
That's good because that was like 20 minutes of last week's episode.
I don't reek of weed anymore. I reek of cigarette ash.
Oh right, because you smoked a cigarette.
Dude, no, I've been smoking cigarettes
Raj,
constantly.
no, it's a joke, Raj.
It's not a joke anymore,
Lung
guys.
cancer's not good.
Look, this guy's a cool proctor for the Leaf Village. I'll be a cool proctor for the Leaf Village.
No,
It's
he's
insane.
Oh
No,
boy.
Raj, that's
No,
really
but guys,
bad.
look, truly, I get it. Like,
Oh,
I get why
God.
people get into cigarettes.
Yeah,
They're
it's
kind of awesome.
nicotine
No,
addiction.
it's literally just an addiction.
Yeah.
No, I'm not drooling, you know.
Dude.
I
But
could
that
be
doesn't mean
worse.
you
That is so funny though. That's
It could
the
be
move.
worse.
Look, drooling is more obnoxious, but at the same time,
No, actually, truly, I was walking to.
Oh my gosh, there's no way.
No, I was just walking, and these
Yeah.
two girls walked up to me, and they're like, "Hey, Raj." I'm like, "Oh, hi." And they're like shivering, and they're holding their arms together, and they're just like, "By any
Nick dicks.
chance, would you have any Nick on you?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "No." And they're
No.
like, "Fuck, that's what we thought." Fucking goddamn.
yeah.
And they
Okay,
laughed.
listen. Like all kidding aside, like seriously, vaping is so fun.
So bad. Please hop
Yeah.
off it.
Yeah,
it's
man.
not the
Yeah.
wave anymore.
It's
Yeah.
it's
Shouldn't have been the wave.
Say
Just
not
smoke real
good.
cigarettes.
No.
or alternatively,
Really don't.
just maybe smoke weed and
Yeah.
drink alcohol or water and a lot of weed.
Yeah.
Or, if you want, do none of those.
Oh sure.
Yeah.
I'm just saying like in the realm of drugs. You know what I'm saying?
And
Loser.
Cigarettes don't.
for everyone listening, Katie just waved at me to agree
Well, I
that we're
was
both
doing
Straight
I'm
in solidarity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There
Katie,
you go.
it's a
You were
podcast.
cheering,
I
but
know.
your hand was really open.
Yeah.
You really went.
I thought
Okay.
you were just. I thought
I
honestly.
thought you were jazz hands.
Yeah, I thought you were waving at yourself. To be completely honest, because you know, as
Oh my God.
as listeners will know, we have actually we moved recording space, but we still have giant windows by us, so we can always see
I
ourselves.
don't.
Yeah.
But
That's
I can
true.
see myself in Liam's eyes.
Hey Morgan,
Wow, is that what I look like today?
I like how there was
Can you really?
Yeah.
No.
Katie.
Oh.
I'm so far from him.
I know, but you
Also,
reacted
my eyes
like
are
you
eye
could.
size.
Can you see my eyes, Katie?
There's so much hair.
Wow, that's actually a killer callback because we talked about. Oh, this is
Wow.
good. This is good stuff. Yeah. Or is it? I don't know. We're just rambling.
out.
No, we had to kill 3 stink bugs.
I know,
like,
seriously.
We didn't kill them. We threw them out.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I
They're
kind
in the
of
trash.
tied in the bag and threw them in like the trash.
Okay.
So
But
they're suffocating.
They'll
Stink bugs.
probably escape. They'll
Yeah,
probably chew through the bag.
Stink
and
bugs are
leave.
Oh
strong.
my
They're
God,
they're
They'll-
destructible.
Yeah, dude, they're straps. They'll
Oh.
come with a knife and they'll cut a little hole.
They'll pull out their tiny little
With the
switchblade
knife.
and
We
be
should
like,
have killed
you
them,
find
man. They're
them?
like
It's
a
alright.
Hydra.
We have Dave Mata and his 4 kids, and there are only 3 stink bugs.
okay, but they multiply.
So does Dave Mata.
Oh.
There's already 4 of him.
Oh, sure.
Oh.
Dave Mata and the 4 Matas. Come on, that's just too
Yeah.
good. Dave, start a band.
And Mama Mata?
Oh my God.
Oh my god.
Do I get another
Dave, we're
gold
giving
star?
you Brandon. We're giving you
Dude.
ideas.
Oh, I'm gonna talk to him in the Discord and ask if that's what they call his wife.
Because if they don't,
Mama
they
Mata. Oh my God, that's so
fucking
good.
amazing. Wow,
Wow.
we've talked about Dave a lot.
Dude, it's like, no, dude, Dave's like the way, when we talk about Dave, I think about Goldilocks and the 3 Little Bears because it's just so reminiscent. It's like it's Big Dave Mata, it's his little kids, his a wife. It's just adorable.
So
and
sweet.
we're little Goldilocks coming into his life, like harassing him all the time.
Every Monday we just
We're just like, hi.
5 whole days, almost exactly, in the Forest of Death.
I can't spend 5 days doing anything.
Yeah,
I
like-
can barely spend
I
5
can't
days
exist
being
in 5
alive.
days.
Yeah, seriously. I was trying to think of a way to like expand that into a bigger joke, but there's no way to like. Of course, we've been alive longer than 5 days. this podcast comes out every week.
You've been longer than 5 days,
Actually,
bro.
Katie turns 5 days old today. Actually.
Wow.
Happy 5 days.
My body double's on like day 3 right now.
Oh yeah, they're
Yeah.
like
They decay slowly. That's when my hair starts getting droopier. That's how you know the level.
So
of
when
mercy.
you wear your hair up, that's like a fresh.
Whoa.
That's when I restart every day.
Whoa.
A fresh body double.
I'm gonna start keeping track.
No, because I do. Okay, so what I do is my facial hair grows from. I shave every Monday and Thursday. In between then, it grows insanely. So right now, this is peak facial hair, and I only tie my hair up when my facial hair is at peak because I shave it tomorrow, which is Friday, and then I let it drape down slowly again throughout the week. So it's like a battery.
All right, so Raj may actually only live 5 days at a time. That's the moral of the story.
I watched those episodes of Naruto, do the podcast, die, come back, do it again.
Yeah.
When you guys don't see me, I'm doing homework. That's
so you
that's
have
what
no
normal
idea
Raj
what's
does.
happened in any episode except for the 3 that we've just
That's why I have to write notes and shit.
Yeah, that's why he writes notes.
It's like momentum. I have to keep Memento. I keep leaving.
Yeah,
like notes
Raj
for
has
myself.
tattoos all over his body.
Have you ever
that's
seen
like-
my body, Katie? That's why.
No.
No, because
Have you ever seen my body?
Has anyone here have seen my? Nobody believes me that
I feel like Liam's probably seen your
No,
body.
I doubt Liam's not
don't
once
think
seen.
so.
But then
no
how
one's
do you
seen-
got... Never mind.
We do it with the lights off.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You're classy.
My roommate, he's really into real weed and he's into adding tobacco and all this stuff. So he's really generous and really nice and he's the homie. I love you, Nick. You're the best. And he'll just be like, Raj, you want to hop on this? I'm like, sure. So slowly he's only been my roommate for about 2 weeks now, and he's only been here for about a week fully.
And it's just gone down from like joints to spliffs to cigarettes.
to now cigarettes. Because now when he runs out of weed, we just have the tobacco.
Yeah,
so it's just
that's
like
wild.
Well,
But guys, really, okay, look, cigarettes are bad.
Yeah,
Trust
they
me.
really
But in the
are.
moment, no one gives a shit.
Yeah,
I don't
well,
think
that's
about
the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
the
smoke a cigarette. I'll go.
You've defined.
I don't get it.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you've defined literally
No,
why
but
people
it's-
become addicted to nicotine.
The way I really think about it, I
Yeah.
have main character syndrome. I just think I won't die ever until it's like
yeah.
some big, huge explosion when I'm like 24.
Well, that's it. I mean, like,
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding. Like, you're totally describing like how people start doing shit like that.
It's
Yeah.
crazy. Well,
It's
like the way my hair is and the way I dress and like I think
Yeah.
I'm just gonna get
I mean-
married by 24. She's gonna divorce me with an AK-47. I'm gonna drive a Cadillac down to the Grand Canyon. I'm gonna fly downward. Yet a vulture's gonna grab me, lift me up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see Jesus. Jesus is gonna push me down. He says, "I am a white man. I'm not brown. Stop saying that." And then he's gonna snap my neck and he's gonna pull off my spine. And with my spine, he's gonna crush it up, roll it up, put it in a joint with tobacco, smoke it, and then as the smoke comes out, he sees a vision of me, and it's me. And I go, "Now I'm Jesus, bitch. This is how it works," and then I send him to hell. And that's how I think I'm going to start the second coming of Christ.
Wow,
Cigarette
you had that
thoughts. We
planned
love.
out.
I did it. That was all off the top of my head. That's what smoking cigarettes does to you.
So, yeah, moral of the story is
Smoke cigarettes.
don't smoke
smoke
cigarettes.
cigarettes.
I mean,
You wanna
you get
get
to see
really,
Jesus.
really don't.
Like, if you're religious, I mean, you know, because
If you're not religious, I'd still like to meet Jesus. It's kind of like, did you turn
Yeah.
the other cheek? Did you really?
yeah. Wow. I would like to meet Jesus as well.
Yeah.
Smoke a cigarette.
Do a TED Talk, Jesus. What do you do?
Wow, that's such a weird ad.
Wanna
see Jesus?
Smoke a cigarette.
Yo, we gotta get sponsored by Marlboro.
Big cigarette, hit us up. I'm
Yeah.
smoking cigarettes.
Come
well,
on.
right now we're doing Spirit cigarettes.
Yeah.
So Spirit, if you want to hit us up.
Please, before Raj dies from smoking these cigarettes.
Yeah. No, if
hit
anything,
us up.
once I become addicted to cigarettes, I'll do anti-smoking ads, but you'll also be pushing big smoking ads.
We're in a sweet spot right now where Raj is actually at the point in time where he's not addicted to cigarettes, he's just smoking them occasionally so it,
I'm socially
so it
smoking,
looks
yeah.
cool. We're in the sweet spot. Now, pretty soon, you know, because cigarettes
It's gonna be
are
bad.
for you. Yeah.
I won't
So-
show to the podcast anymore. I'll be like 10 minutes late. What are you doing, Raj? I'm like, I'm just puffing. Leave me
Yeah, you'll
alone.
be like,
Yeah,
Every
you sound
5
like the
minutes.
proctor.
Every 5 minutes.
Alright, guys, so there's too many people on this
so
podcast.
before we hit that point,
Hit us
Spirit,
up, yeah.
sponsor us.
Spirit, Marlboro, anyone really?
Yeah.
I'll smoke a cigarette on there. I channeled my inner Allie when I was looking at Orochimaru because his outfit was so clean.
Yeah.
That was
it's-
such a great robe.
Was there
It was.
was there any purple rope on this one?
No, it was all like it was like a golden cream.
Yeah,
like
Orochimaru's
sand
been
sheets.
Orochimaru's
robe.
been playing some real dress up in these
This
past
dude
couple
is
episodes.
fashionable since day one.
Yeah,
I have
really.
not seen him not like he is always dripping every time I see
I
him.
want to know what conditioner he uses.
Right?
Yeah, for that beautiful hair.
What is his skincare routine? He's looked like
well,
timeless.
mostly stealing other people's faces and putting them on top of his.
Honestly,
If that's all
try
it
it.
takes, we
I mean,
should try it.
face mask. We just need to start taking it literally.
If you come to the live show, if you want to volunteer to get your face melted off and worn by me, I'll do it.
yeah, that would be really cool.
Yeah, we can do it live. I'll
Get
bring
your face
a
worn.
blowtorch and stuff. Get your face worn.
Come to NaruTalk live show and
Get
get
your face
worn.
This
now.
is such a trope that, like, I don't know, have you guys ever seen this often where it's just the one girl is in the bathroom, the other girl pulls up behind her?
In every TV show and movie made for any sort of female
here's
adolescent.
the real question that we have the opportunity to ask. How many times has somebody, pulled up on you guys in the bathroom just to talk shit about you?
I do it every morning to Katie.
Yeah.
You guys live together. That's terrifying, Katie. You don't want to go to sleep because of it.
But never. Literally never. Like, bathrooms, like, you just don't talk to people when you're in the bathroom. Unless you go to the bathroom together, which is a thing that females do.
Yeah,
all
I've
the
never
time.
really
Mostly just
understood that.
because we're fucking terrified that we're gonna get attacked.
In the bathroom?
No, on the
Because
way
of
to
all
the
these
bathroom.
people who keep hiding in the bathroom to yell at you.
Because we were taught as children that scary bullies will hide in the bathroom and
Yeah,
tell us that we
yeah.
suck. So if we bring a friend, that can't happen.
Back in high school, I didn't, like, smoke or anything like that, but me and the boys would still, like, line up our schedules to go to the bathroom together, and we would just stand in a circle, just, like, by the sink.
That's
just,
the
like,
thing.
talking.
There's two ways that the men's room can go. Either you put your head down and you go to a urinal that's one urinal away from whoever else is peeing, and then you pee and then you just run away. Or you stand in like a circle with the boys and just kind of talk and shit.
So what if there's 4 urinals and there's already 2 guys there and all of the
It's
stalls
an
are taken?
incredibly complicated system, and there's so many factors. I don't have.
I hate it so much when there's like 20 urinals and you're at the far left and someone decides, hey, maybe the one next to them is the right one I should use.
Well, I mean, for God's sake. Okay, one time I went to the bathroom in Grand Central Station, right?
Oh, scary.
Yeah. Well, no, but there were like 10 open urinals, and all of the stalls were closed, and I felt like I really lucked out, right? Because it was Grand Central Station, it was completely empty. But I went to the one that was entirely far away from the door, because that's what you do. Because then if anybody else comes in and has to pee, they're not gonna pee next to you.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah. So I went over, and I like undid my pants and I like whipped out my dick and I was like peeing, right? Because that's what you do at a urinal. But then, alas, I was not alone in the bathroom because the stall door creaked open and this dude like snuck out, like Swiper the fucking fox, right? And he creeped up next to me and like he stood directly next to me. But at that point I was like, okay, sure, you need company to pee. That's fine. I can live, you know what I mean? Like I'm a confident enough peer. I've been doing it my whole life. Like if you need support while I'm peeing, like by all means, that's all you. You know what I mean?
Definitely a pee talker, yeah.
Yeah. But I mean like sure, you know what I mean? Like do I talk while I pee? No. Like I don't.
We hold hands when we pee.
Well, yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
you say what you need to through like you squeeze a little tighter or whatever if you need support. But that's not the point. The point is that I was like fine at that point, But the guy did not undo his thing and about his dick or to pee or anything. There was like a little divider that was like about as high as our shoulders, and he like curled his fingers around the divider and like pulled himself up just a bit just to take a big fat gander at my penis, just like eyes wide open, like excited clearly. I mean like he was, and at this point I was midstream, there was nothing I could do, you know what I mean? And so I just sort of like like it was clear that it was happening, but I just had to kind of finish and like look down and like do it back up and go over to the mirror. But then he didn't even leave it at that, because this guy and he was staring at my penis, so he had like a picture perfect image of what my penis looked like fresh in his brain. And I was at the mirror and I was like fixing my hair, because you fix your hair when you're in the bathroom, that's like what you do. And he like crept up behind me and he like whispered in a soft Dosu-like tone, He was like,
that's menacing.
hey, your hair looks really nice today. And then he retreated back into his bathroom stall.
Back in the stall?
Yes! I assume that's where he lived.
Oh my god.
So yeah, basically the men's room is it's crazy, man.
It's a terrifying time.
Wow.
Me and my closest friend from high school. I don't even know. Like thinking about it now, I don't know why I ever let it happen. But he had this gimmick where, I would go pee in the stall and he would go pee next to me, right?
In the same stall?
Just on the floor.
Well, he'd be in the next stall peeing, and then we're just like casually talking, or if somebody walks in, we would start saying really stupid stuff. But he did this thing where he'd be like, "Hey, Raj," I'm like, "What? Guess what?" I'm like, "I don't know." He says, "How does the pee stream sound?" I'm like, "Fine." He says, "Look down." I look down. He's just peeing on my shoes.
What a fucking lunatic.
And it wasn't. And he never did this once. He would do it countless times.
Why did you keep going to the bathroom with him?
So I was like, all right, listen, dude, like
He's not gonna do it again.
And I'm like, no, literally, I was like, dude, like you're not gonna do it again. He's
Bro,
like, no.
you gotta stop pissing on my shoes.
The thing is, he would be, it'd get to the point where he would start teasing, like peeing on my dick, like, on my dick, well, on my shoes, but he would. We'll get there. So basically, he would take his dick, like, Raj, watch this, and he would start flinging his feet to the right of the wall, then to the left, and oh my god, one time.
My gosh.
Okay, listen, my friend's a really well endowed man. He took his penis, and he flung it upward.
Oh my god.
Over the stall.
But mid-pee, so the pee drags up, and then it kind of drips down.
Right.
So it got all over me, and then, like, my pants and my shoes. That was the last time I ever let it happen. I was like, dude, listen. Like, it was funny the first 20 times, but
21 is too much. That's enough.
This is the power that men have and how they use it.
Yeah.
we just pee on each other.
Yeah, it's true.
What the fuck?
No, okay, God, we gotta stop telling these stories.
But
But I know, it's kind of weird, but I built like a secret hideout when I was a kid with like my best friend and my little brother Eli. And my friend and I were in the hideout, and Eli came in, and we were like, hey, because he's my little brother, right? So we were like, you're not allowed in the hideout, get out of here. And Eli was like, if you keep bullying me, I'm gonna pee on you. And so my friend didn't like believe it, right? Who the fuck pees on someone? Yeah. And so my friend like got up in his face, and we were just like teasing him, but he was like, yeah, get out of the hideout and everything. And I was like, I'm really gonna pee on you. And my friend was like, hey, like fuck you, get out of here. And we were like, 7, so Eli was like, I don't know, like 4 or 5. And then Eli whipped out his dick and pissed on my friend. And honestly, like, do I feel like that scarred my friend for life? Yes, but also. Baller move, Eli.
That's some dominance being
Yeah.
He did warn your friend.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't.
He was
lying.
like, if you keep doing that, I'm gonna pee on you.
I explicitly remember that he gave him like 3 warnings. Yeah.
That's the rule.
It takes 3 warnings.
Yeah. No. 3 warnings and you can piss
When
on
you pee, how many seconds do you shake after?
Oh, okay, so here's the thing. I learned that people apparently shake their dick after they pee on Family Guy. I never did that before.
Really?
Yeah, like I see that, it's to like get the extra dribble or whatever.
Like, it always gets in your pants. And
Yeah, I just never even thought of that. So
there's a secret technique. If you cup your taint, it all just comes out. I learned this on Reddit. It was like an Ask Reddit thread, male hygiene.
You know what's really good? The 11-year-old will know that for the rest of his life.
I'm prepping you for when you gotta have that extra pee go,
If you cup your taint.
If you cup it, just like press up a bit, like a jab.
Yeah. See, I've been
you're
fingering my
literally-
asshole and masturbating to completion every time.
The 11-year-old now knows.
Sorry.
I think it's so funny that now that we know we have an 11-year-old fan, we have to contextualize every joke now, thinking that he's gonna hear this.
Right. Well, tries to take advantage of it, and she winds up a punch, and she's about to land it, but then she sees like young Sakura from back when they were friends, and she just opens her hand and pats Sakura's boob lightly. With the back.
fucking
happened?
bitch
I thought you
slapped her.
slapped her, yeah.
I wasn't watching.
They made a sound.
That was the whole point of this. It's such an
there was
important
a sound effect and everything.
She was literally
so fucking hard.
bitch slapped her.
This is why I need you guys here.
You write the outline.
I have Netflix on half my screen and I have the outline on the other, and I was typing and then I looked up and all I saw was post bitch slap. She like rests her hand on Sakura's chest.
Does she?
And it's like, well, it's I don't know, it's
No,
mirrored.
she just
She
has
really
her hand.
slapped her and then
she
was
slapped
like,
her, and then her hand was just here.
Okay,
like, what did I just
the
do?
only shot that I looked at from this scene, it looks like she was just resting her hand on her boob. Yes, like that. And I was.
You missed the entire scene.
I literally did, I guess.
So guys, I guess it's finally time to tell you we're kicking Liam off of the
Yeah, okay, so I'm sorry. I should God damn. Alright, so
Wait, knowing I have read the outline, but knowing that she just put her hand on her boob, right? Does that influence the rest of your outline? Do you not talk about how important that was?
I mean, look, I'm gonna have to do some on-the-spot editing. Tamari easily blasts the attack back. Then this is the best. She uses her third move, which is just jumping on her fan and riding.
And the way she flies in,
It's extremely limited animation. So it's just like it looks like they just had a paper cut out of her, and
Because
they're like,
they do the setup really huge,
Yeah.
and then all you see is like where could
She's
she be?
just
And just like
hovering.
flying,
yeah.
Yeah.
hovering over.
Yeah.
It's
I
even
love
frame.
the new Aladdin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it
exactly
looks
what I
like
was
that.
thinking. Yeah,
It's so fun.
and yeah, so she flies magic carpet style, and she hops off and uses her wind scythe jutsu, which tears into Tenten like a glass hurricane.
That looked cool.
Do you like that description?
It was
glass
glass
hurricane.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
There's a
Took
planet
me a second to
actually.
realize that.
There's like a huge meme of mine in 10th grade. There's a planet that rains molten glass sideways.
Whoa.
Like that's
What?
terrifying. Imagine being on a planet.
Is sideways rain even called rain?
I don't know. But
Yeah.
Wait, so molten glass just goes around the planet? Like if you were standing on it, it would just
well,
hit you
no.
from
So
the side?
it's rain. So periodically it'll just rain sideways.
How does it
But
rain
yeah, but then-
sideways unless it just because it never lands?
I guess.
then.
I
It
guess.
just goes
Yeah.
around
I guess
the
that's why it's
thing
periodically.
forever.
It's just one group of molten.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So like
Like,
it
so it
passes,
just
and then
orbits
you've got some
around.
time
Yeah.
as it
Dang.
orbits. That's interesting. And orbiting
Unless it's not like completely horizontally sideways and it's just at such
like
a
at like an
great
angle.
that
Yeah,
it
I
looks
guess that's.
like
I don't know. The
Okay.
scientists when it was like just the idea of like molten lava like sideways just coming at
Yeah.
you. That's
Molten
Molten
lava?
glass.
I thought
yeah,
you said
molten glass. Well, it's glass,
Oh,
but
okay.
like just like
Okay.
the heat of it all, just like and like what do you even do? Do you just stare
Yeah,
at it?
lava-licious
How do you
glass.
run from molten glass? You just can't, because it'll come back.
Yeah, you gotta have. Well, yeah, right. Because it orbits back
Yeah.
around.
Boomerang.
Now
You
it's
know?
just a cartoon and you're just running around a planet.
That's sort of what I was thinking. Yeah, like Scooby Doo, you like go into a door and the molten glass goes in the other door. You run out one like a knight's armor, and then the molten glass comes out with a mustache.
And that's how they like tell time there. Like half past molten lava that way. It's like that.
I mean, how many molten lavas has it been since then?
Well, Terry's been dead for about 20 minutes, so
Yeah, he didn't make it into the
we have
bunker.
another hour before one of us goes again.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I mean, yeah, somebody's gonna die every time the molten glass comes around.
There's this little girl, and she has the most like creative imagination possible. She's becoming the most like specific like things that she thinks about. Today she said, okay, I want you to pretend that you're a person and I'm a werewolf. I'm a werewolf that steals money. So I'm gonna steal your money, and then when you wake up and you realize your money was stolen, it was not me. So I was like, okay, and that was like word for word nearly what you said.
That's an
Okay.
incredible scam.
So the
Yeah,
whole thing
really.
is, I was like, all right, I'm going to sleep now, and then she just pretended to like dig around with her claws that were like, there's just two shovels that she had in her hands.
Oh,
So she was
so
just-
funny.
And then she walked away, and I was like, all right, I'm awake now. Oh no, my money! I wonder who could have taken it. Oh, it couldn't have been the werewolf that takes people's money. It just couldn't have been that one person.
Dude, that is such a good idea for a character. Hey, it's me, the werewolf that steals people's money.
They put me in jail, which is just like a
They
one.
put you in jail. You got framed.
Oh,
for
that's
the
no,
werewolf.
wait, that's the funny
Now
part.
that's racial
Because-
profile.
no, the thing is, exactly, I couldn't say that, but like the thing was, she was like, all right, now I want you to pretend that I'm the police officer, and I'm gonna take you to jail. And I was like, why would I go to jail? You took my money. She says, no. You also took my money, so now I had to bring in a new. So I had to make an hour revenge plot where I went back to the werewolf's house where he was sleeping, take their money, and then get caught by a police officer.
Wow.
Oh my god.
So then they put me in jail. And then several kids came around, and it was kind of like a burn the witch situation where like they all crowded around the jail, which is just like
Around you in the jail.
around me.
Uh-huh.
And it was like a little like 4x4 like square foot thing where I was just in like a sand pit, and they all just started laughing, going, "Criminal, criminal! You deserve to be in jail!" They threw like rocks and leaves at me.
Oh my gosh!
More rock throwing.
More rock throwing. One kid just runs up at me and like punched me with just hands in his like rocks in his hands. Like it's this gimmick now.
that kid's gonna be a fighter.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, no.
gosh.
One kid had a rolling nickels and they wrapped her hand up.
It was crazy. I'd have to, because then eventually I got freed after she's like, I'm gonna make you a werewolf that steals money too now. So she
Okay.
punched me with her claw. It hit me in the forehead, and I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, everything's blurry, but I guess I'm a werewolf now. And they made me a werewolf, and I started chasing after the kids. But this one kid doesn't give a fuck. I'd have to like, he runs at me. I have to grab him by the shoulder. I'm like, do you have rocks in your hand? And he's like, oh. And I'm like, put the fucking rocks down. Put the rocks down right now.
Is this the same kid that sleeps with rocks?
No, that's a different kid.
Oh, the pile of rocks.
What is up with kids and rocks?
No, that kid actually,
They're so
what
fun.
he did, he joined me in jail in like solidarity.
No kidding.
Yeah, he was like,
He's
I
like,
want
don't
to
tell
be in
anybody
jail.
about my fucking rocks.
Yeah. He's like, Raj, I'll be in jail with you, but just don't let my secrets
Don't let
out.
anyone know.
It's like a weird dynamic all the kids are taking on, because some kids ended up like two of them became my lawyers, but two like disagreeing lawyers on how to free me. One wanted to break me out of jail.
gosh.
One wanted to they use receipts that they get from the trash can from like the food place as currency. So they tried to pass me money to free myself.
Dude, this sounds like amazing.
This is
It was
incredible.
a wild setup. It was just
Wow.
insane.
Okay, so do you have to be a psych major to take that class?
No.
Okay, because I'm gonna be a psych minor.
Please,
so
please
I might
take it. It's
do
so fun.
Yo, yeah, this sounds like
These kids are
absolutely
That's
so much fun.
It's so specific.
Oh, I probably would have to take it because I want to be a teacher in my real life.
Yeah, that would be.
Oh, yeah,
that would be
yeah.
Oh my
great
gosh,
on your
that's
resume.
so good.
Yeah.
Just don't do what
You're
I
so
did because
much
there's a
better at
class
trying to be a teacher than me.
you're supposed to do the child development course, and that leads into you interning like at the daycare center.
Right.
But when I went to sign up for the child development course, my advisor was like, I don't think you need that. I mean, I do need it. It's one of the requirements for the certificate.
But they just let you.
But they was like, oh, you could just go in. And then during my interview, they were like, have you taken the course? I was like, nope. They're like, well, I guess you'll worry about that another time. I was like, I'm worrying about it now.
How do you feel about rocks?
So basically, what you learn is how the children develop and learn to use rocks as weapons.
Pretty much.
And
Oh my
receipts
gosh.
as currency.
Which the thing is, I'm wondering now if I do this program like all the way through, do I still have to take that course? I probably do, but I want to like know. I know everything about kids at this point.
Yeah.
If I could just take a test and just like the velocity of rock throwing versus like werewolf like
velocity?
money stealing.
Oh my God.
You should, honestly, bro, you could
Write a
open
book.
daycare. Or write a
Physics.
book.
Yeah, I could write a book about opening a daycare for wacky
Oh my
kids.
gosh.
Oh yeah, dude, that would be an amazing like
It's
be great.
incredible.
straight to Disney Plus movie.
Oh, straight up,
Yeah.
Disney Plus would take my shit.
Raj rocks.
Raj rocks. The story about a brown kid stoned by 3-year-olds.
The crazy story.
You see like the Vice logo on the side, like, oh, we're going crazy now.
Yeah, wow, that's amazing.
I only listen to this podcast when I pee. I'll go pee, and then I'll be like, I guess just listen to 20 seconds of this podcast. I'm just peeing. Water only makes you pee 40 times a day.
That's fair. That's fair.
Actually,
Wow.
speaking of,
So you
this
watch
is
20-second intervals 40 times a day?
it
Like
takes me a
the
while to get
podcast?
through the podcast.
Wow.
Yeah. But this is one kid at the daycare center. I don't know if it's a won't or a can't, but they will not use the bathroom unless they're being read to.
Aww.
No,
No,
that's
that-
weird.
That is weird.
So like this kid
I
will run
love
to the
kids so much.
This kid will run and be like, I have to go like potty, and then the teacher will be like, oh, all right, I'll go grab a book, and then they're like, they just sit there reading as they pee.
What book? Just out of curiosity.
It's always like some weird children's shit. The biggest one right now is a book called High Five. It's really interactive where it's all
While they're peeing.
yeah, no. This book, okay. So it's a book that rhymes constantly. It's about you learning how to high five and then going on to the high five championship, and you're fighting other high fivers. And there's a recurring
And they
character.
entered the Chunin Exams of high fives.
And every time you fight someone, it's you. So it's a first person book, so they address you. Or no, I guess it'd be second person. It'd be second person.
What are you
Raj
doing?
and I are getting really into well there was a video that came out all about perspective and stuff.
Yeah.
So like we're all about first, second, and third person right now.
So what it is it'd be like, all right, here you go, ready to high five, and it'd be like a whole rhyming thing, and then it'd be like high five, and all the kids would. So when I'm reading it, like 12
they're
kids.
peeing.
Well, while that kid peeing, he does high five. But when I read it, like 12 kids will run up, like they're not even like, reading the book with me. They'll just like, I want to high five the book, and they all like punch it. They don't know how to
That's so
high
funny.
five. They can't grasp the concept of slapping things with an open hand.
Oh
They
my
just
gosh,
punch.
that's
Well, yeah,
so
because they're
funny.
always holding rocks.
Yeah, they always have
Always
rocks in their
rocks.
hands.
Where did Kiba learn fucking man beast clone?
It's I think that's like a family thing. It's like how Shino
Word.
learned bugs in my bones.
Oh.
Bugs in my bones. Bugs in my bones clones.
I love that.
Do you
That
think when
should be the
Shino makes a
game.
clone, he clones all the beetles too?
Oh, he has to.
Oh
They
my
all clone
gosh.
each other. Because they all have chakra, too.
That's so
Oh right, yeah,
interesting.
they suck on his
Hang on a
chakra, so like,
second.
yeah, damn. And all the beetles make little tiny clones too.
They all do little hand symbols with their
I
little
love
hands.
that.
Like,
Oh my gosh.
Well, you say you love it now, but just wait until the stink bugs come back.
imagine when you see a stink bug when he's doing like the whole Uzumaki barrage
And all of
and
a
lands
sudden,
on her
there's
fucking
5 stink bugs that come over and like start kicking.
Wow.
It's just lightly tapping at your
Yeah,
foot.
yeah.
And it's like when the game breaks but you're still doing the animation.
Exactly.
That girl who became a werewolf also made me become. I don't know if this was a
That girl
thing.
who became a
In
what
in
are you
his
talking
In
daycare.
his
about?
daycare.
Oh,
Not
right.
in the show.
Oh, right.
Katie.
Sorry.
The-
I keep missing the callbacks. I'm sorry.
After all the kids left, and it was just me and her and like a few others. So we became what is it? Squeakwool? Is there a person
Yeah.
called Squeakwool?
I mean, that's the sequel to Alvin and the Chipmunks.
is it really?
Alvin and the Chipmunks
That's
is a
awful.
Squeakwool.
No, but we
I
became.
mean, it is awful.
I became a dad mouse named like Mr. Squeakwool, and she was Squeakly. And
that's a cute mouse name.
and she would just go and make those noises you guys are doing, and which it was like so strange because we would dig up sand, and she's like, "This is our meal. All we eat is cheese. Cheese for lunch, dinner, breakfast, and snack. We eat cheese." It was just sand. We would pour into the ground, and then she made me take her to school. She's like, "Okay, now you can pretend to take me to school." Oh no! First, she gave me a key to a mailbox. So while she went to sleep, I had to go get the mail, which is just a leaf, and I handed it to her, and I said, "Huh, it's a letter, and it's a letter from her friend." And I was like, "Oh, what friend?" She says, "A friend." And the friend said, "Make sure."
Ooh,
She
mysterious.
says, "Make sure you go enjoy the weather outside." Like, he was like, "Have a great day, but make sure you have another great day at the park tomorrow. It's such great weather." And she's like, "Okay, just now pretend that today is Friday and tomorrow's the weekend." I was like, "Okay,
What the fuck?
I guess I'll pretend that." So then she's like, "Now we have to go to school." So I'm like, "All right." So I take her to school, which is just a slide. And she's like, "All right, now you can pretend to kiss and hug me away to school." And I was like, "Okay." So I gave her like a pseudo air hug because I'm 4 feet taller than her.
Yeah.
And then she goes to school, which is for 3 seconds because she walks and then comes right back. And she's like, "Oh, you're back." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm here to pick you up in class."
This is fucking incredible.
I love
And then I
this.
take her back to our home, which is just what jail used to be. So we sit there.
That's a heavy metaphor, bro.
And she like I had to pick up more cheese on the way home. I was like, "Oh, honey, you did so great at school. You passed your test." So we went to there's a house on the playground. I call it, "I'm gonna take you out to dinner." It's called the house. So we go there.
It's
All right.
house.
We just dig out more sand. We put it down. And then she's like, "Oh, I think I heard the mail." I'm like, "Oh, I guess I did hear the mail." So I open, I go, "Oh, it's another letter." And she's like, "Another letter?" It's gonna be a lollipop. Pretend it's a lollipop. I'm like, "Oh, okay, it's a lollipop from your friend." And she just goes,
I love how she imagined something to get angry about.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a lollipop. It's a lollipop. Fucking lollipop.
and then she starts licking the lollipop, and I was
Which
like,
is a leaf?
It's just a leaf. And so I was just like, "Please don't actually lick the lollipop." And it was just, and then I kept just digging sand because then she went to go to sleep. And I was like, and then she, like, as she's sleeping, she went z z z z z. And then she opened one eye and she said, "Dad, you gotta go to work. You gotta make money." I was like,
While she's asleep?
while she's asleep. So I was like, "Okay, I guess I'll go to work." So I started digging in the sand next to her, and I was like, "This is what Dad does. He digs in sand. This is his odd job."
Oh my
And
gosh.
she's like, "Are you gonna put more food on the table, Dad?" I was like, "Okay."
That's what I'm trying to do.
Do you interact with the parents at all?
I'm not allowed to talk to the parents.
That's insane.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm not allowed to.
Dude, that is
Wow.
fucking awesome.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
she's a wonderful kid. I
Yeah.
love
I'd
seeing
love
her.
to imagine that these kids go home and they're like, "We had such a fun day. We played with Raj.
Yeah.
And
They must hype
we
you
put him
up
in
like
jail.
so
and
much.
they gave me a letter and then a lollipop."
Yeah.
It's like I gave you 2 leaves and sand.
The two are brethren because they're in like the same clan, but in reality they're more like cousins. So like it's still cool if they
Kill each other.
go. Oh yeah, kill each other.
That's not like in any context.
Also,
Do you think they would?
not cool if you hook up with your cousin.
Not at all.
Wait, do you think
Hey, listen, we have listeners all over the country, including Alabama.
Do you think they'd like?
Yeah. We do. I hope so.
I think
If
we
you
should
have
ask
sex with your
them.
cousin, right into us. Let
me
us know.
check.
5 stars.
Yes, Morgan, go. I'm gonna look and see what our listener count is in
I
Alabama.
was just wondering if they would like Byakugan at each other and look deeply into each other's souls.
Yeah, imagine looking into somebody's. 1% of our listeners are from. Oh gosh, we have a lot. All right, everybody. To the 47% of you in Mobile, to the 42% of you in Montgomery, to the 4% of you in Tallahassee, and to the 4% of you in Birmingham. I'm sorry if I offended your relationship with your cousin.
We hope you're happy.
We love you.
The side branch broke one of these ancient laws, and that now there's all this friction between them and the main bloodline.
Well, is it is the law not to fuck your cousin?
Dude. What? Imagine if that was a story arc, like the bad blood that sparks because of a secret love affair between Hinata and
Oh my
what's
gosh.
his name, Neji?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
That'd be
I
crazy.
will say, not to spoil anything, these episodes were very like sexual sounding.
Well, that's because of Hinata's
Yeah.
voice
They were.
actor.
Yeah, she does sound
But
like
I-
also, they did not have to include the sound. They didn't have to say to the voice actor, "Hey, grunt."
Yeah, dude, it was. I had to go into the other room, and like my fucking roommate watches Naruto, but I was still like, I feel like I shouldn't watch this with
Yeah.
him.
I think for the rest of this episode of the podcast, I'm just gonna make in the background tiny little Hinata
Can you make
noises.
like scary, but like scary, but Hinata noises, like a ghost, but like a sexy ghost?
A sexy Hinata ghost?
I don't think I can do that. I can either do Hinata or Ghost. Absolutely.
That would be my example. Okay, so.
Please stop. Please don't do that.
And that's enough.
Every once in a while, take us by surprise with just one.
Yeah, just little ones.
Kura and I left their place, and Hinata was like right outside. She had overheard everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, not good looks. Not good looks, man. Not very cash money.
Oh my god, who are you?
Yeah.
I just don't think that's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but why did you say it like
Not very cash money.
It's not cash money at
Yeah.
all.
I'm just trying to make it, I'm just trying to put it, plain and simple.
He's appealing to the youth.
Yeah, exactly.
I know many youth. None of the youth say that.
My youth say that.
I'll have to text Eli, see what the youth are saying.
I taught a 3-year-old what vibes meant and what vibing was. That's my legacy forever.
That's amazing.
Because there's just a little kid and there's like
3-year-old. They
there's
must
a
have
praying
giant
mantis.
heads.
Huge. There's a praying mantis just standing there, and
An actual one?
yeah, and I was the kid was like, Raj, what is he doing? And my instinct was to just go, he's just vibing.
Just vibing.
Which is true. That's what
That's
all
what the
they
bug
do.
was doing.
I love
But-
that.
Praying
And the kid
mantis
looked at me and was like,
bugs
what?
are freaking cool.
Yeah.
I was like, what? He's like, what are you
They're
talking
just
about,
little
Raj?
guys,
I'm
and
like,
they're
do you know what vibing means? And then he's like, no. I'm like, well, I'm gonna teach you.
What a wholesome thing to teach a
Yeah,
child.
that's so fun.
Yeah, especially about just a bug, just vibing.
Everybody
vibing.
should appreciate praying manti.
I disagree.
You don't like them?
I love praying mantis.
It's not that I don't like them. I just hate that they're so
Mantis.
safeguarded, you know?
Mantis.
Because people say you
Because they're
should.
endangered.
Well, they're endangered. Like people are saying you shouldn't kill them, but also very clearly people still kill them.
Yeah.
I think that we should take a stance and move them all somewhere into an enclosure or like a giant like ocean.
Yeah.
Like an ocean.
Giant ocean.
Okay, so imagine.
Yeah.
Okay, no. 'Cause the way I think about the world is not in the context of now, but in 40 years, what people will find. So like eventually, like there's gonna be some explorers.
Is 40 years what you're saying is when people are going to be exploring like this time like it's ancient?
It just like the remains of our world.
Yeah, we'll probably be like 3 world wars deep in like 30 years.
Because the iconic imagery a lot of like future
World
dystopian
War
American
I.
movies use is people like the original Planet of the Apes, him finding out the Statue of Liberty. That's insane.
Spoilers for
Imagine
Planet
this.
of the Apes.
Imagine if we have a crazy, just like in the middle of the ocean, just a huge bubble filled with all the praying mantises of the
Okay,
world.
so you're not saying just put
Oh,
them
okay,
in
yeah.
the ocean. You're
I
saying
was like,
put them
oh,
in
you're
something.
gonna
I don't want to
I was
drown
like, Raj,
them.
they
No.
drown.
Yeah,
No.
Raj, they don't
That
breathe
is interesting
water.
though.
I don't
thought
think
you were
that
gonna tell us
people
how
should
we
kill
learned to
bugs
breathe
unless
water.
they are
No.
in danger of being killed by the bug.
I do think
Yeah.
we're gonna get underwater at some point. Our evolution's gonna force
Oh yeah,
us
most
down.
definitely.
yeah,
Yo,
because
it's
the world
an
is
arc up
melting.
and then an arc down.
Yeah.
What was I thinking about praying mantises? That would be a really cool scene in like an indie movie. Like you go to this giant bubble and you open it up and it's just full of praying mantises.
That'd be
But
crazy.
they've evolved into large creatures.
And then and it gets like crazier and crazier. Then it just cuts and you're back.
Well,
in the
no,
real world.
I think at that point a cooler scene would be you see them dead because they eat each other. They're like, what else are you gonna do?
Oh my god, but they do.
Yeah,
That's creepy.
So imagine, and
Praying manti
That's
ate
such a
there's
good
only gonna
metaphor.
be one left, just one, and he survives.
Yo.
a giant
So
praying
then
manti.
we can't put them all together.
Well, that's
Well,
the
no,
Put
we
thing.
them in their
can.
own little separate bubbles.
And then they'll evolve. And
they
they'll
will
become
have to
stronger than
evolve,
us
yeah.
ever.
They can
Because-
probably swim at that point and like breathe
Yeah,
underwater
they'll swim out and then walk on land and they'll be
So
like.
what we're saying is appreciate praying manti.
before they
Yeah.
fucking come and take over the world.
Because they will. They're getting
They
stronger.
will come here. It is people like us who decided whether we could instead of deciding whether we shouldn't.
Yes.
Wow.
Chickenpox is
Some
probably
medical
real in the ninja
Yeah,
world.
yeah.
Yo, do you think little ninja babies have to get chickenpox so that they're immunized?
Oh, dude, there's probably like an anti-vax movement in Konoha.
Yo, do you think they have vaccines in the ninja world?
Oh, what if
Well, they
it's like
have
what if it
keys
instead
and
of it
shit.
they're like, oh well if you
True.
get vaccinated you can't use your chakra.
Oh, that's like their creative.
Their
There's
own
no
propaganda.
link between the chakra network and vaccines. That doesn't even make any sense.
My son got vaccinated, now he has a Sharingan. He's
Your
not
son
normal.
had the Sharingan before he was vaccinated. He's an Uchiha.
This is the actual like debate. Like this is really how it goes down, and people still deny this.
Yo.
It's crazy. So this is one girl. She has the most creative imagination possible. I've never met someone so imaginative, but she's really specific with the things she like makes up in her head. So every time I approach her on the playground, it's like, "Oh, are you today or are you someone else?" and I went there yesterday and I was like, "Hey, are you?" And she says, "No, I'm not." I'm like, "Okay, who are you?" And just deadpan just goes, I'm God today. I couldn't react to that. I'm God. And then I asked her, what made you want to be God? And she says, I just felt like it. I just wanted to be God. I'm like, what are you going to do as God? And she says, I'm gonna balance. And it wasn't like she was on anything. She was on the ground. And
She's on some Thanos shit, bro.
Yeah, she just planted her feet in the ground and just stood there. And she's like, I'm God. And then a bunch of other little kids saw this and started doing it too. So she started having disciples.
I hope she
She's
keeps
just
that
like
power.
powerful. Yeah.
She's like, I'm gonna
I
balance
love
on
that.
flat ground because I'm God and I'm 3. Like,
That's
like, never
incredible.
change.
That's genuinely terrifying.
Yeah, no, they're scary.
I would like to see the world that she created in your daycare.
She's so strange. Her favorite movie is Peter Pan, but she's never seen it. Which makes yeah. She wants to be referred to as Tinkerbell or her real name, but you gotta like gamble like 50-50 because she can get pissed if you don't call the wrong name. Yeah. I hate the word gourd. I hate that you're gonna say it a million
I'm gonna
more
say
times.
gourd. I'm gonna say
I'm sick of it already.
gourd and sand about 1,000 times. So if you don't like those
I
words,
feel like
like
Anakin in this bitch, bro.
yeah,
Fuck
exactly,
sand.
exactly.
I fucking hate sand. Sand is like the worst thing to ever exist. At the daycare, I constantly
sand
get
too.
this. Okay, I had to start wearing my slides to work because kids know I hate sand. They're really public about how I hate sand.
Well,
so
they do have the knowledge of God on their side.
Truly. So what they do is they run up to me. They're like, "Hey, Raj, hey." I'm like, "Hi," and they're like, "Here you go," and they'll just pour sand in my shoe.
Oh, that's awful.
Like, why? Why would you do that?
Sand is
You
like the
fucking
worst
weirdo.
thing.
No, it's gross. I when I come home, I just kind of put my shoe in the trash can, just like laying on it, and you just hear like little tapping because there's still sand in my shoe. I'm still dealing with this.
Bro, imagine how much sand Lee's gonna have in his shoes for the rest of forever.
Oh, that sucks.
the
Yeah, no,
worst.
there's still like
The
sand in my
ultimate
bags.
worst, He's definitely gonna have sand in his mouth.
Oh, yeah.
Which is the worst feeling. If you've ever been to the beach and like face planted, I do it regularly. And you just get like tiny little grains of sand in your mouth and you chew them forever and they're just there. Like, have they done that to you yet? Have they made you eat sand?
Actually, they haven't made me eat sand, but there's this kid who's really into the reverse psychology thing. If you tell him not to do it, he'll just do it. So
I don't think that's reverse psychology. I
Well-
think that's just being disobedient.
Well, he's being a dick is what he's
Yeah,
being.
yeah.
So he doesn't have teeth except for the 4 fangs that you get on like the corners. So I don't know how they're all like core black. Like he's killing his teeth. But
Scary.
he picked up sand and he just looked me in the eye for a second. I was like, don't do it. Please don't do it. I know what you're gonna do. And he just goes, he lifts his hand and just starts pouring it into his mouth. It's just like a hole there, and he's just swallowing it. So I grab my shoulder, I'm like, stop! You don't. What are you doing? That's so gross. And he's like, I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna keep going like a vacuum. He slams his head into the fucking sand, starts sucking it up until the teacher had to run up and grab him physically, lift him up, and was like, stop! Why? What do you get from this? And he just can't stop laughing. Kids don't give a shit. As long as you don't acknowledge what they're doing, they're immortal.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's terrifying.
They can eat so much sand.
But have you ever done it? You ever like put
Have
your
I
face-
ever eaten sand with my face in until an adult needed to lift me up? I can't say I
happened to me
have.
often as a kid, but
Right.
I used to. I don't know. I was a fucking dumbass as a kid.
Sure.
I thought the best way to eat nerds, which is the tiny little candy you'd get, is by just throwing them all over your carpet and just kind of sucking them up like a
On
vacuum.
your wait. So not on your hardwood floor, not on your tile, but on your carpet.
No, you get like the
Does he do that on the
texture because you can like pull them up. It's like
Get the texture.
it's like eating cup noodles. You know, it's kind of like sucking upward and then like it pops out. It's just like that. It's like finding little. It's okay, like Gargamel looked for Smurfs in like the forest. It's
You're
like
looking
that.
for nerds in your carpet.
Yeah, exactly. On like a micro level, it's probably terrifying for them.
Okay,
Yeah.
but, like regular carpeting, like this carpeting, or like shag carpeting?
Oh, shag carpeting.
Oh
Well, of
my
course.
God.
My parents only have the best of shag
Right, right.
carpeting.
Fuzz in your mouth.
Oh my God.
Yeah, part of
That was a part of the fun.
No, exactly. Part of me is thinking that Raj hates nerds. He just loves dirt and sand, and he was getting a lot of it from the shag carpet.
Well, I do like dirt.
Yeah.
In the daycare, the kids kind of don't. They either call me like Poopy Head or like they'll call me someone's name. They're like, "You're Miss Shirley." Who the fuck is Miss Shirley?
Roasted.
Why is that an insult to me? I don't know the context of this woman. It's either that. My favorite, my go-to insult is when a kid. It was like one of my first weeks there, and they go, "Hi, what's your name?" And I go, "Raj." They go, "Raj, you're gay." You're 3.
Yo, yeah. Why are kids not woke? I thought they
Yeah.
would be by now.
Yeah, by now you think they'd just come in all PC out the womb, but no. It's just not a wave. They're not. Most of the kids there at the daycare are honestly going to be really rich and racist. Like, it's just, some of them are already bullies.
It's that Westchester mansion, you know?
It's the upstate wave.
Yeah.
Raj,
Listen!
What?
Okay.
take me, say it again.
These stupid upstaters think that, like,
my
this
God.
place isn't upstate.
It's
This is
not.
not
It is
upstate.
upstate.
This is not upstate.
Okay, is there a downstate?
What? Of course
Okay, no,
this is upstate.
hear me out. Is there a downstate?
Yes.
Is there a midstate?
Yes.
And then you have to go up from midstate to get here, right? So what are we?
What
Where the fuck are you guys going? I have to go up from where I am.
Yeah, no. So, and as I've said many times, like, I'll grant you, I picture New York as the city and upstate.
That's it. Yeah, if you're not in the city, you're upstate.
But I also picture Westchester as the city, so I'm wrong.
I thought
too.
Rhode Island was right next to us, guys.
Yeah.
For all we know, who fucking knows?
Both of us have pretty controversial and objectively wrong geographical opinions.
Bro, I even want to talk about like Buffalo and shit. Like, what even is a
Bro,
Buffalo?
Buffalo's like the Midwest.
Honestly, yeah, Buffalo, Albany are not in like they're in like Missouri.
Buffalo and all sides of the state.
Exactly, that's why they're like Missouri and California. They're not where we are.
What?
It's a whole different thing.
What are you saying?
I don't think you have any idea what geography is.
Clearly,
I do
don't-
like the phrase, they're like Michigan and California. They're not where I am.
Also said Missouri.
Oh, Missouri, sorry, not Michigan.
Is, what is
I don't know. It's M states. Montana, Michigan.
Montenegro.
Yeah, wherever. It's all the same.
Who knows? M states are M states.
It's true.
Turn upside down, they're W states. Washington.
Wyoming.
What?
West
Wumbo.
Wumbo.
He's got me with Wisconsin.
Thank
West
Wisconsin.
Wumbo.
West Wumbo.
my favorite state?
I'm
Oh
off
my
to
God.
West Wumbo.
And frankly, West Wumbo is just a nicer place than South Wumbo.
Oh,
if you
for
ask me.
sure.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Everybody in South Wumbo is marrying their cousins, you know?
Oh, why?
Yikes, I gotta check.
Northeast Wumbo is not the place to be.
No, Northeast Wumbo's low-key racist.
Oh, high
Yeah,
key,
yeah.
very
They're
racist.
coming into your daycare and calling you
I
gay.
need help.
Wow, guys, I can't believe the elevator repairman came, fixed the elevator, we got out of the elevator and left, all while we were remembering.
Yeah,
Wow.
so fast.
That was crazy.
No, and I think we were just remembering so hard.
So many
we couldn't
things,
hear
so
You didn't even get to
hard.
say hello or
Yeah.
goodbye.
I know, and it was almost like we got a guest voice, didn't think about how long they'd have to stay, and then they had to go. That would be such a weird idea.
That would
Wacky.
be silly.
Yeah.
But I'm glad we're out this elevator now.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you guys hungry?
And we are about to. We have to go record an episode.
Yeah.
You know,
Starbucks
yeah.
on first.
I'm.
Starbucks
Oh
on
yeah.
first,
Wait,
yeah.
but you know, I'm really thankful that we're out of this elevator. Just
Very
like I'm
thankful, yeah.
for, I don't know, our patrons,
Our
Dave
wonderful
Mata,
patrons, Dave Mata,
Nina
Nina Kelly,
Pro
Pro Hendricks,
and
and
Jay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You
Just
guys
while we
saved
were
us out of
remembering
the
them.
elevator.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. And if they wanted to, well, now we're out of the elevator. But if they wanted to send us like I don't know, congratulations on getting out of the elevator.
Yeah, that'd be
text.
cool.
Our email is narutalkpod@gmail.com. Our Facebook is NaruTalk, the Naruto Ship Podcast. YouTube is NaruTalkPod. Our Instagram and Twitter are at NaruTalkPod. You can use hashtags and shit.
Yeah.
I barely remember hashtags.
Dude,
I've
we've been stuck in this elevator for so long.
for so long.
I'm covered in piss.
Yeah, no, I know, and it's mostly
Ew,
mine.
It's
you
all
guys
yours.
And our website is NaruTalk. I can't wait to go back to websites.
Oh my god, websites.
Oh, what a treat.
Dude, iPhone like 200 is out. Like,
Yeah.
my god.
You never know.
Never know. Steve
and-
Jobs is back? Someone said.
Did Steve Jobs come back to life while we were there? Did,
Think
they,
so.
did the elevator repairman mention? Maybe we shouldn't have
Yeah.
been
Maybe it was Steve Jobs.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
why we recorded the first bit when he was alive and then he died.
Yeah.
And it's kinda, yeah. But yeah, and our Patreon is www.patreon.com/NaruTalkPod, which you should give to because we have to rebuild
Yeah,
our
this
lives.
elevator's kind of stuck in a weird place.
Post-elevator trapness.
Yeah.
Stairs are hard.
Yeah, and if you want to talk to us about our experience in the elevator, at the $2 tier, you're in our Discord, so we can rap about the elevator.
If you want to hear about how piss covered I am,
Yeah,
$2.
and if you want to hear the Rio radio that... Oh, no, wait, we just recorded that. That's not in there. But I was thinking, what if we say Rio Radio 5 was what we recorded at Starbucks when we go to our trip there right now?
Yes.
But
Yeah.
we didn't mention it in that. But I guess just imagine it,
we
right?
could-
Imagine
we
it.
could-
Believe it.
Yeah.
We couldn't mention it
Oh, because...
because they'd get mad.
At Starbucks?
Yeah.
Right, it had to be secret.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
It was a secret radio.
But yeah,
radio.
the point is, there's links for all that stuff in the description for this episode, which are now free and I can post.
We have service again.
That's right.
I'm getting messages.
Yeah.
Obama wants to talk to me?
Oh my god, this is too much to handle, but basically there's a whole lot of reader responses, 5-star reviews. It's so great that you're leaving them, and we'll start reading them out again next week.
Oh my
when we're,
God.
back and we're recording. But I'm really thankful that we're out of there, and now
thankful.
finally we can get back to our regularly scheduled programming. The fucking Konoha Crush arc.
Here it is. Here
Which
it
we've
comes.
been waiting for so long to get
Especially
back.
us. Like, what the fuck, guys? Like,
Yeah,
we just kinda
sorry we've been in this
abandoned
elevator for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I know we said we'd start recording right at 7. Sorry that it's 8:30 3 weeks later.
Real sorry about that,
But yeah, next Monday. Oh, Raj, thank God you got out of the elevator before your birthday.
oh my God, right? What if I celebrate my birthday in the elevator?
That would suck.
That would suck a lot.
Yeah, but you're out now.
I'm out.
And
I'm
so,
free.
January 27th, we're back with episodes 69, 70, and 71 of Naruto with Raj's special birthday celebration.
Woo!
So, God, thank God we're out of that elevator.
Yeah, I'm so
And
glad.
thanks for sticking with us and joining us for our little trip down Remembery Lane.
Remembery Lane.
I think, wasn't that a
The
fun...
Remember Vader.
Wasn't that a fun... Oh, yeah, the Remember Vader.
Remember Vader.
Remember
Vader.
Vader. Sure. So, should we head off to the room and record episode 26?
Yeah,
All
I
right.
think we should.
But,
Let's not take the elevator this time.
yeah, let's not.
Yeah.
Let's go take
Take
the
the
stairs.
stairs.
Let's remember to always take the stairs and also to always be safe.
Have fun.
Believe it.
Fuck elevators.
Yeah, fuck elevators.